Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back. I hope you are doing good today. Welcome in. I am sorry I'm a little bit late. I was giving my precious cat many kisses upon the head. I hope you understand. Very important things were happening, which is that I was giving my precious pet cat Jade many kisses, and that's why I was late. So just incredibly important to kiss your pet cat on a sunny Wednesday afternoon with the sun kind of setting and things being very warm and cozy after you've taken a good nap. That's just a very important thing to do in life. So hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back. I hope you are doing good today. Welcome back to stream. Happy Wednesday. Hi Panda, how are you? Meow. See, look. Appropriate use of emojis. I am a little bit tired. I was on dial the past couple of days, so I was crashing a little bit more yesterday. I'm a little bit better today. My throat's scratchier than I thought it would be. But I am having some sinus drainage still. I think it's due to all the pollen. We're mostly bloomed out at this point in Georgia, but we still have some pollen going on. I've been a little bit like nose drainy because of the pollen. But anyway, appropriate use of emotes. Cat emotes. Hi, Silver. How are you? I'm munching on a grape. I already have all my snacks because I wanted to have my strawberry lemonade today. So I already have all my snacks and drink everything, so I'm set. I'm good. Pete just kept jumping in front of me between the laptop and I. Emojis, emotes, the same thing. There's so much. Emojis, emotes, emoticons. Can we pick a struggle? pick one. I can't remember. I'm 30 years old now. I can't keep up with everything anymore. Bitmojis, I can't keep up with it anymore. There's too many of them. There's too much going on. Pictures, things, yeah, little picture icons, bits, like little picture icons that convey emotions. Miss Amy getting too old to be hype. I'm mostly just tired. I unfortunately, I'm still incredibly chronically online. Hip. Wow. Nobody can talk today. You know what? That's relatable. That's relatable. Nobody being able to talk is actually relatable. I feel that one. I actually am hip, unfortunately. I know who Clavicular is. And I also know what happened to him the other day. Actually, both of what happened to him the other day. So I'm pretty sure if I know who Clavicular is, I'm hip. I'm just saying. I'm just chronically online. Even in my old 30-year-old age, so. Anyway, I am doing good. Strawberry lemonade for the drink. I'll talk about the week in just a second in the dialer, because that's like a whole... Work was better today than it was yesterday. I'm feeling fairly peppy. So like I could be feeling a lot worse, but like I'm feeling pretty okay considering I feel better than I sound. My throat is scratchier than I thought it would be, but I guess it's just a little bit tired from all of the talking. But today was better. Granted, a bunch of stuff broke, so I got some breaks today, so that was part of it. But it was doing better than I thought, but it was still, that's a long story. I'll get into it in a second. So yeah, so strawberry lemonade for drink. I have my snack is grapes and my, also one of my new gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, which I made for myself on Monday, and I haven't stopped eating ever since I made them. They're very, very, very good, and I'm kind of obsessed with them. And they also clearly, I didn't check the bag to see what like the flour composition is, but one really kind of fun thing, I guess, having done more, you didn't share pictures? I'm sitting here trying to think about if I want to share a picture now. Here, hold on. You get frozen, Amy, for 30 seconds while I take a picture of my paper plate and post it on the Discord. But they're very good. And one thing that I've been noticing with it, like having a lot of these like gluten-free like, oh, the lighting is terrible. Hello? The lighting is so bad. I mean, it is like sunset. I can't get good lighting. Hold on, I'm trying to take a cookie picture for you guys. Can you focus? Good enough. You get my plant in the background because I was trying to find a good angle. One fun thing I found about the cookies, the gluten-free cookies, is a lot of them are made with like almond flour or like other kinds of flour that kind of is like nut-based sometimes. Hold on, I have to adjust the lighting so you can see the cookie better. Good enough. Hold on, I'm working on it. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. But yeah, a lot of them are made with like almond flour or potato flour or like other kinds of flour that's not wheat. And basically, I have found that, like, they're way more filling than like just regular wheat cookies would be. And I kind of like that. Like, I kind of like that they're more filling, if that makes sense. Like, they fill me up more and they feel more like nutritious, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I've been obsessed with these and I'm having another one, even though I really probably shouldn't because I'm supposed to be saving them for my breakfast. I alternate between having like meat and egg breakfast and on one day and then like cookies the next because I don't know, man. That's just how I prefer to have my breakfast. But I keep eating these even when they're cold and not warm, but I'm obsessed with them. Granted, I am craving chocolate because I am getting quite close to my werewolf time. So, you know, but they're hard when they're not warm, but oh, they're so good. It's like from the fridge, so it's cold. You get a lot of crunching sound, sorry. Anyway, that's my snack is cookies and 3 grapes. There was 5 grapes and I've already eaten 2 of them. So I saw someone say the other day that, oh God, I forget what it was. Oh, and I also added extra chocolate chips to the cookies too, by the way. I had done that because the oatmeal, or not the oatmeal, the almond brownies I had been making for breakfast, because they were almond, they weren't really sweet enough. And so I was like, I wanted to wait to add more sugar and try adding chocolate chips first, and adding extra chocolate chips to the brownies helped them be more just sweet and chocolatey, because they're very like, earthy tasting, not like earthy, like not in a bad way, but they're very like grounded because they're made of almonds, you know, they're not made of like chocolate. So, I added extra chocolate chips to these 2 and they're really good, like semi-sweet chocolate chips from Trader Joe's. So I will stretch. Thank you. Oh my God. I am stiff. I'm not as bad as I could be, but anyway. Last night when I was getting close to ending, I was thinking, okay guys, it's time to raid, but I almost said, okay guys, it's time to stream. It's been 6 hours, apparently I haven't streamed yet. Anyway, I'm obsessed with cookies right now, so. My home won't be that big of white. Sorry, you didn't listen to me. I'm gonna listen to me eat. You're gonna listen to me gap. Oh, don't worry. I'll be plenty hungry for dinner. It's just 1 cookie and a couple grapes. Not that big of a deal. Burger tonight? No. Back to tacos. Last night we reheated our leftover hamburger helper. I liked it. Kaylin did not. But I grew up with my mom making what she used to call campfire food more. Like when we would go camping, which was often annoyingly, not that I don't like camping, but my parents would go tent camping and we'd just do nothing. And like when I was younger, that was fun because we just hang out and read books or like relax or whatever. When I got to be a teenager, it got so boring. I was like, Mom, like, also you have to keep my parents love to be like, my mom loved to be like, we should go on family vacations to spend more time together. And I'd be like, Mother, you homeschool me. I see you 24/7. I am with you every hour of every day of my life. God bless. I would like to see you less. Actually, both me and my brother got that way. And she got so like about it. I'm like, you homeschool us and you are a helicopter parent. Like, I would like to see you less, actually. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Panda, would you mind? Can you see it, actually? Can you see? It's like a smart detection one, so I don't know if you can see it. Thank you. Dietary audiences. Maybe they were drawn by my cookie consumption. You can see them. Okay, that's good. That's good. I didn't know if it like, well, how it worked. Because it's like a new feature or whatever. You had little Amy's, would you take them camping? Yes, I do really enjoy camping. My parents just liked to camp instead of taking legitimate vacations because they were allergic to spending money. And you must understand that, at least in my head, a legitimate vacation is like going to the local zoo. I'm fine with that. If you want to like go to the local zoo or a museum, or like if we went to like an actual like, they're like, let's go hike trails. And that's fine. It's fine. But when it's the only thing you're doing, and like they also, when we were camping, they wouldn't let us go out to any restaurants. We didn't go explore the town that we were near at all, or like look at any of the local like landmarks. Like, we didn't like do anything else besides just sit at camp and eat cold mac and cheese my mother had made that we reheated over a gas stove. Which again is fine. Like the first 10 times. And then it gets really boring. Like there was one vacation we went on, which someday I will sit down and tell you about the whole thing more later. Which is the one time we went tent camping at Jekyll Island. I've mentioned this before, but we stayed for a whole week and we like did a whole bunch of really cool stuff the entire time we were there. Like we went to like the sea turtle hospital. We went to like a 4-H center with a ton of animals and education stuff. We went out to Cumberland Island with the wild horses, and we stayed overnight and we wilderness camped. Like that was fun, because we had an actual itinerary. My mom just had to drag us out in the middle of the woods with no internet, because this was back before like cell phone signal was a thing, and was like, entertain yourselves. And we're like, okay. Like, so that was, she didn't bring cards or board games. She was just like, entertain yourselves. And we're like, okay. We'd bring our DSs, but then she'd be like, why are you playing video games in the middle of the woods? And we're like, because we don't have anything else to do. Anyway, I was playing Dreamlight Dove. Like, oh, don't worry about it, Panda. I just want to make sure that you could see it. But if you didn't catch it, I always can get it too. It means I don't have to lift a finger. So. Oh. Pardon the cookie munches. It's a really good cookie. It's chunky. Going to the zoo is a vacation. A zoo's just day out. You're right. I would like do a staycation. I'd be down for a staycation. Like technically, the like a couple night overnight kind of short vacation. The best zoo around here, having been to both the Georgia and the Tennessee aquarium, is the Tennessee aquarium. Oh, zoo, aquarium. You know what I mean. Anyway, the best aquarium between the Georgia aquarium and the Tennessee aquarium is definitely the Tennessee one. It's about 6 hours from us. That's not really a day trip. We would need to like stay overnight if me and Kaylin were gonna go do it. When my parents took us to go as little kids, we stayed overnight. So that's kind of the vibe. Sorry, I did not have YouTube chat open. I just realized. Let me do that. So yeah. So we'd have to stay overnight for that. I'm fine for doing like a 3-day weekend kind of thing, for that kind of thing. Like do an aquarium, do another local attraction, do a zoo, like do like I'm fine with that. That's a vacation to me. Hydrate, thank you, Silver. You must understand that I've been poor my whole life. I feel like everybody but me has been on a cruise before. I've never been on a cruise in my life. A cruise seems like an impossible luxury, even though somehow everyone else has always done it. Vacations for me typically were chained with educational opportunities or like Christian shit, and that was it. Or like we were taking advantage of my grandparents' timeshare in Orlando, Florida, so my parents didn't have to pay for lodging. I've never been on a cruise. Okay, I feel validated. I feel like everybody else I know that has been, because It can be crazy cheap if you know what you're doing. I do dream of getting to go on a cruise someday. Not for like the excursions part, just to get to be on a cool ship with yummy food and like cool art sometimes and like hang out and read books and play video games in fancy places. That would be really neat, I think. Some of them have really cool dining halls. So like I would love to try like gourmet food and stuff like that. You have to pay for it, but it's not like too expensive. The likelihood you are to get a virus on a cruise is directly proportional to how many children are on said cruise. I'm just saying. If you go on some of the more adult cruise lines, then it's fine. You might deal with drunk people more, but you know. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling about random stuff. Anyway, that's my snacks. Okay, so, all right. I'm looking at my chat topics tonight. Okay, so I have a lot to yap about. So, number one, I've been on the dialer since Monday. We've been doing opportunities in the dialer, the sales calls I'm taking. Yesterday, it broke super bad. And like, it broke really bad, and it's still kind of broken today. And my team, like the department head, actually started getting into it with the IT guy like yesterday, and it stressed me the heck out. Like, genuinely. Because basically what was happening is they were getting to the point where there's a couple of major issues. Issue number one is that it's only supposed to call these records twice a day, and the dialer's trying to get us to call it 3 times a day. So in order for it to not give it to somebody else, we have to basically call the person and hang up immediately so it moves through the dialer. I don't have a way to decline it because I still don't have access to the decline button because I've told them for 6 months straight that I don't have it, and they just... So that was stressing our department head out because it was presenting like second and third calls to us while there was stuff that it still hasn't called yet and stuff that still didn't get the first call of the day. And it was like, go ahead and do the second and third ones. So we're sitting here calling the same people over and over again while there's people that haven't been called that day. Does not help that we are super busy and majorly behind in work. So that's not helping anything. How many sales? I had 9 yesterday, and I think I had 8 again today. It is working out for me. It's not going badly for me, which is good. I'm making plenty of sales. That's not really the thing I'm like worried about. Also, I've gotten very good at my job lately. So I'm not really worried about that right now. I could be later, but as for right now, that's not really the thing I'm worried about. I'm more worried about them clocking my like wrap time, but that's another issue. But yeah, so it's calling people over and over again too many times instead of calling people who haven't been called yet. That's a major issue. We also have like 800 records to call right now. Perhaps I could. We'll find out if I hit commission or not. I would have to make a lot of sales one day. I don't know if I want to do that, but like either Thursday or Friday, but you've never been on an actual vacation. Anywhere I've been was to see family. That's valid. I feel that. I've been on actual vacations before. My parents were just incredible cheapskates and never want to spend money on anything. So it kind of just depended, but I also am not super used. I haven't been on a real vacation in like basically since college because I am too poor to. I've not worked a job that gave me enough PTO and money to afford to go on vacations. Also, it is hard when you have pets because you can't just leave them sometimes. Like cats, you can leave if they eat kibble, but Jade eats wet food and takes meds. So I can't really leave her alone for extended periods of time without hiring a pet sitter. And I'm just not at that place in my life yet. Also, it's scary. Like, it's just nerve-wracking to do. So something I'm going to have to do later. But yeah, dialer's calling people too many times, and there are other people who haven't been left called. For somebody else, the dialer took all of the notes she left on calls and put them all on the same call, whereas somebody else, it wasn't recording her notes at all. And it's been doing that like literally for the past 3 days, every single day, if it's not leaving her call logs on the thing she's called. So this is super problematic because A, she doesn't have a record of the work that she did. And then B, we're still calling that person a whole bunch of extra times that day because we didn't think someone called it when they had, because there's no way to tell. Basically, our department head started low-key crashing out and being like, I don't know why this is happening. Like, IT guy, like, Saul, why is this happening? And Saul's going into the IT guy is going into full like damage mitigation mode. Like, yes, I suppose it's an issue with this feedback, but I like this feedback loop, but I don't really know why it's doing that. And she's just like, I can't like, I don't know why we can't get this handled. And like one of our mentor coaches that I like a lot, really well. Ella's like, well, we can just put, like, department head, do you want me to just put everything in a spreadsheet and just have them work off of that and do it manually again so we get everything called? And she's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I want the dialer to work. So let's like do that. And like, she actively started being like, well, this person, I think you're having a tech issue. So we need tech to look at your computer. And like, that is, I think, the thing that's the most stressful in a call center. The reason tech issues are funny in other companies, but stressful in a call center is call centers are obsessed with you being productive 24/7. And if you're not, they start getting really antsy because they're like, why are we paying you? Basically, if you're just sitting around. And they start, when there's tech problems, at first they try to figure them out. But when they get frustrated, they start blaming you, the worker, being like, well, is it your computer? Are you doing something wrong? And they start like harassing you. And like my department head wasn't being super mean about it, but she was like looking at one of my coworkers being like, it sounds like IT needs to look at your computer. I think there's a connection issue. And props to the agent that she did it to, because she was like, no, it's not just me having this problem. There are 3 other people having this problem. Like, I'm just the one that's reporting it faster. So all in all, incredibly stressful situation. Today was a little bit better, because middle of the day, they pulled me off of it to work on warms a little bit because somebody was out today and they needed some coverage in another area. And then towards the afternoon, somebody got the dialer dials a call for a person for the 4th time that day. And our department head was like, I give up, put it in spreadsheets. Like, we just had the first calls in spreadsheets. So we did go back and finish off the day in the dialer once we'd had all the first calls done. But sounds like an IT nightmare. Basically, when the IT person starts like legalese being like, I have done exactly what you told me to. You're like, oh geez. Oh boy. So it was stressful to say the least. It's busted. But I'm like, that's what happens when you don't test your new software. Also, it's taken 6 months for them to even get opportunities in the dialer at all, because it doesn't work the way that normal referrals work because it's Salesforce. Everything's out of Salesforce. It took them 6 months to get this set up in the first place because it was so hard to get the dialer to work with it. Of course, there's gonna be some bugs. You didn't test it. You just said, oh, hey, let's just go live because it's kind of working. And then you're like butthurt about the fact that we're having problems. Like, just call a spade, cut your losses, put us back and dial it manually, and then have a couple of people work it for a week and then iron out the kinks on the back end and then release it to everybody. Like, I don't understand why corporate America is so obsessed with pushing things before they're ready. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know much about IT and I even know that's a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like, what do the people in your team chat say? We don't say much because our chats are monitored. Like, people are clearly a bit stressed, but like, it's not really none of our business. We're just doing our job, you know? Hi, Nick. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. That's so annoying for both ends, the callers and those who answer. Yeah, and it's like, so far it hasn't affected the customer experience much because we're handling most of the problems on the back end. But like towards the end of the day today, I was doing nothing but just essentially skipping calls, like, because it was the 3rd call. So I would call and hang up and note like, hey, this person's been called twice today. I just called it again to move it through the dialer. I mean, that's great for me because like, I don't have to talk to anybody and I can just cross stitch and be happy. But like, So I'm doing okay. It's obviously going to get worse as like intensity of stuff ramps up, but at least I feel like the universe is allowing me an opportunity to ease into it. Because over half my calls, nobody answers. And then also like towards the end of the day, it's all third calls who I don't have to talk to. I just call and hang up and make a note. So that makes life a little bit easier for me. You know, it's not, people just like to rush stuff out, clearly. It's everywhere. People at the top only care about a goal being met. That goal does include the details like employee frustrations and delays. You're right. Listen, not to get the political section of the stream, I guess about 30 minutes in, it's about time. I genuinely think business in America is I think business in America is collapsing. Like it's an active collapse. And I think it's because of bad business practices. Like, I'm gonna be so free with you. Like companies nowadays, and companies nowadays, but like genuinely, like there was that one company, Oracle, that tech company that laid off 30% of profitable and they wanted to be more profitable. They had made a record profit and they laid people off because they wanted to make more money. And I'm like, it's one thing if you feel like you have some dead weight where like you feel like there's some people who aren't pulling their weight or whatever. Laying off a third of your company just because you feel like it is so wildly short-sighted. Like what? And like all these companies are doing that nowadays. They're obsessed with running skeleton crews. And like, I'm like, business is gonna collapse because of bad business practices. Like it actively is right now. We're watching capitalism die in real time because if you keep doing that, like, because a bunch of people set death threats to Oracle and they now are like, I think I saw one dude had like a whole bunch of their like company secrets and now he's threatening to sell those secrets to other companies because they fired all of their workers over an email over a weekend and they didn't check to see whether or not their personal devices had like company stuff on them. What did you think was going to happen? Like, you know what I hot take, but like if you treat people like shit, sooner or later they're gonna pop off, and it's just, that's where we are now. So, you know, are you the only one without a decline button or others? Oh, others don't have it either. They allegedly put in tickets for it, but we haven't heard anything back, which what they've said every single time we've asked over the past 6 months. So anyway, a debacle. I'm still getting paid. All my numbers are fine and my sales numbers are fine. So I'm not like terribly scuffed. It's more just like dealing with the back-to-back feeling of having the dialer can be really stressful. I'm starting to get used to it, if that makes sense. Like I'm getting into I'm kind of like giving myself this week to try to get used to the dialer. Like I'm not doing a ton of chores this week or like pushing myself super hard on other stuff. I'm gonna make my doctor's appointment tomorrow, but like I haven't made I like looked up like how to make it. Like, do they do by phone or by email? I'm making my doctor's appointment tomorrow. Like that's about all I'm doing this week because I'm just trying to give myself a chance to like, because it makes me very, because it's like so fast paced. So the problem is businesses buy out government officials until the Constitution changes to remove lobbyists. Not much will change. I don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that. How many calls today? I think about 125, but we did have a couple of times in the middle of the day where like we didn't have anything to call. Because also it keeps being like, you don't have anything to call. Our department head's like, we have 300 things to call. Why is it saying that? So good times. I also made a lot of sales. My overall like call numbers go down when I make sales because those calls are longer. Also, I took warms a little bit this afternoon. When I'm doing opportunities, it's, hi, how are you? We were gonna sign you up for something. Do you have your health information with you? Great, stand by as I get you to somebody. When like I do warms calls, it's more the beginning of the process of like, hi, what's your name? What's your date of birth? What's your address? Can you verify this for me? Like it's a longer call. So, anyway, I'm sure I'll have more dialer stories later. For now, having a tough time with it, but I am adjusting better than I thought I would. So that's good. And thankfully, with all the futz-ups this week, I don't have to worry about my team lead breathing down my neck as much, because if she goes, why is your rap time weird? I'm gonna be like, oh, that's because the dialer broke like 18 times last week and everything's been a struggle. So I have like a good excuse for if my numbers aren't perfect on like the call handle time or whatever. So I will hydrate. Thank you, Silver. I'm done with my cookie now. That was a really good cookie. So I've also been obsessed with my cross stitch. I need to post an update. I'll post a picture on Friday of where I'm at with it. I have been blazing through it. I'm having a blast. It's so fun. I'm making like leaves and it's making me very happy. So I've been doing that. And then, hold on, Okay, so speaking of politics, because we're talking about them. So I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently like yesterday in Athens, I did not even know this was happening at all because I don't leave the house. I like work from home. So I don't leave the house during the week because I'm working usually. Yesterday, a few miles away from me, JD Vance and Erica Kirk held a rally in the Classic Center in Athens, Georgia, which is like wild. Excuse me. It's wild, right? Okay. That's wild. What's even funnier? Nobody showed up. Like, it made national news of how nobody showed up to it. They rented out an entire like 500 person arena or whatever. It was a free event. Like, you had to RSVP to it, but the tickets were free. It was a free event. Nobody showed up. And like, what's even so Erica Kirk herself did not come because she was worried about a quote unquote security threat. So it was just JD Vance. There was a massive protest, like massive protest outside of the building. Like, I saw pictures of like the streets were full of people protesting with signs and like somebody had an inflatable couch, which I thought was very funny. That's very much Athens' sense of humor. I'm very serious with you. Like that is, and then a couple of people who attended the actual lecture from JD Vance heckled him. They showed up and RSVP'd tickets specifically to get in and heckle him. And they heckled him about the Iran situation. And they're like, doesn't God say you shouldn't kill kids? Like, it was madness. They made him have a breakdown on stage and start yelling. So hysterical. Also, I'm so glad Athens, I think it's so funny because they came here and I'm like, listen, I think a lot of people don't realize Athens is maybe one of the bluest spots in the entire state because of the college here. Also, like, Athens students don't mess around. Like, I don't know what the college students are like now, but when I was there, we all had a very like sarcastic, I won't say her sarcastic sense of humor, but like UGA is an ironic school because it's simultaneously a party school. So the bunch of people who attend it just to party and get like wasted on the weekends, and that's like all they do. Well, but I say that, but like, I knew some of the sorority girls. Like, when I was a freshman in college, I like lived in a dorm with a bunch of the sorority girls. Those were some of the smartest human beings I've ever met, which really blew my mind because they would get wasted over the weekend. Like, I'd see them come home like absolutely wasted and then get up Monday morning, 9 a.m. and then go take a like OChem final and then like get 150% on it. And yes, some of them were cheating because they had the test banks from the sororities, but like these girls were like microbiologist level smart. They were brilliant. I was like, why do you do this to yourself? But I was like, what? And they're like, it's just fun. I'm like, okay. But like UGA is also a crazy hard school. So UGA students are incredibly liberal and incredibly not cutthroat. They're cutthroat because the school's so cutthroat, I guess. And they're also very passionate about the things that they care about. This is the kind of town that like someone was mentioning that they joined the protest and then they went to go do drag bingo afterward at one of the bars downtown. So like that's, that's the vibe. Anyway, love that for us. Kiss, kiss. I'm so glad Athens. There are some people in Athens who are super, super, super conservative. I knew a pair of twins in college that would wear Trump hats every day in a class to my like, you know, animal science group, but like it just like animal science classes and stuff. So it's not like there aren't some crazy conservative people here, but they're all on the outskirts, if that makes sense. Like they live on the outskirts of town in the more like southern, like the rural areas, and they are way less than people think they are. So, anyway, I just love that for us. Iconic Athens, way to show up. So. Also, if you've ever seen Goth Dad on TikTok, Goth Dad lives here. Goth Dad lives like 10 minutes from me, which is crazy. He's so cool. I never met him. Like, that'd be weird. I'm not gonna stalk him or anything. He just lives so close to me. I'm like, how are we in the same place? I don't know. Anyway, he's cool. So I will hydrate. Thank you. Should you finish the diamond art before you commit to the cross stitch? I started the cross stitch this week because I was so excited to do it. And I've been working on it just this week. Next week, I'm going to finish the diamond painting. But I think I'm going to finish the diamond painting probably by the middle of next week, I think. So I'm like very close to being done. I just was like so excited to start the cross stitch that I did. And I'm very happy that I did because I'm having such a good time. So the diamond painting? No, I would love to. I just don't really have the time. I wish I could, but unfortunately I just don't really have the time to. But I have an entire diamond painting reserved for when I can stream more and I can do more IRL streams again. I actually have one that I bought for y'all that I have saved. Not the one that was the cat one, one that you'll be able to see better. I also need to get a better webcam before I do that again so you guys can actually see what the heck I'm doing. So anyway, that happened. That was funny. And then, oh, okay. So do you guys want, the funny that we talked about parents earlier, do you guys want another, Amy's parents story? So do you guys know about the ride at SeaWorld in the early 2000s called Journey to Atlantis? Have you guys ever heard of that before? So it was a water ride. I'm pulling up a picture so you guys can see. It was a water ride, incredibly similar to Splash Mountain, right? Let me, oh, that's a YouTube video. I wanted a photo. Wait a second, I'm pulling up a picture so you guys can see it. It was, yeah, there we go. It was a water ride in, I have not, is SeaWorld still open? I don't think SeaWorld's, I don't even know. I think it closed down. I'm pretty sure it closed down. Obviously, I live in Georgia, so we're very close to Florida. But this was the ride. It was very similar to Splash Mountain at Disney, if you know what that is, or I guess Tiana's Bayou Adventure now is what it's called when they rebranded it and stuff. Very similar to Splash Mountain. It was a like drop ride, you know, whatever. So when I was a child, my parents took me to SeaWorld. I was very young, because I remember my brother being around 1 to 2 years old. So I must have been around 5. And I've always been scared of roller coasters. And I remember like being at SeaWorld and my dad, SeaWorld, I didn't know if SeaWorld was or not. I don't really pay attention to that anymore. I know about Disney and that's about all. I don't really like clock that kind of stuff anymore just because I'm too poor to go to any of it. So I don't even bother. But yeah, so I was very little, very young. And my dad was like, this had recently opened because this was like the late 90s, I was born in 95, right? So this would have been around 2000. This thing opened like late 90s, early 2000s. So like this thing was brand new, very exciting. My dad was like, hey, you and me should go on it. And I was literally 5 years old looking at this 60-foot drop ride going, that's really scary. I do not want to go on that. And my dad was like, oh, come on. I promise you it will be fun. Right? It'll be so much fun. You'll have such a good time. And I was like, no, Dad, I really don't want to go on this. People are screaming. It looks terrifying. I cannot emphasize enough, a 5-year-old child. Like, I was like, I don't want to. And I was telling him very seriously, like, I do not want to go on this. It looks too scary. I hate it. I do not want to go on it. And my dad was like, just trust me. I promise you'll love it. Just trust me. I promise you. Right? basically forces me on this ride with him. I chose in that moment to trust my father as a 5-year-old child. Gets me on this ride. I have a total panic attack meltdown, sobbing, laying in his lap while the drop happens, screaming, like just absolutely losing it. He drags me off the ride and my mom was like, oh my God, Tim, you've traumatized her. She's never gonna wanna go on this again. But was like way more irritated that he caused a problem than worried about me. Like she did not comfort me at all. She was just like, oh my God, Tim, you like traumatized her. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, ugh, she's never gonna wanna go roller coasters again. He's like, oh, I thought it'd be fun. And she's like, no, look at her, she's freaking out. Also, I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly, about 15 minutes later, they lost me in the crowd. So that was fun. It wasn't for very long. I'd stopped crying at that point. It wasn't for very long. They found me again in like a couple of minutes, but they did in fact lose me about 15 minutes later. So that kind of, that's fun. And then I remember, because it was so funny, because we're about to get to the point here, which I was watching a YouTube video talking about this. So apparently I like watching Defunctland and videos about like old theme parks and stuff. Apparently this ride was known for being one of the most cursed drop dark rides ever. Super broken. Broke down all the time. They could never get it to work. The ride was constantly broken, constantly bugging, causing distress to the riders, and then was also known for famously being incredibly frightening to young children. Like this one was apparently famous for being frightening to young kids. So my dad took me on quite possibly the worst one. Like if he was gonna do this to me, he picked the worst one to do this to me. And then it was funny because the guy I was talking about was like, it was right next to the penguin exhibit. I'm like, oh my God, I remember it was right next to the penguin exhibit, because after I am traumatized and then get lost in the crowd, and then they find me and go, oh my God, Amy, why did you get lost? And drag me off. On the way out of the park to go home, we went by a penguin exhibit and I was so excited to see the penguins. Like I'd never seen penguins up close like that before. I think I'd seen them, but I'd never been to like, cause again, I'm 5. I'd never been to an exhibit where I like got to see the penguins that like up close and like see them waddle around. And I like wanted to stay there for a while just to like look at the penguins. My parents were like, why? Let's just go. And I was like, but I want to see the penguins. They're so cute. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because they're cute. They're like cool. And they're like, okay, I guess we'll hang out here for a minute. So anyway, you're gonna traumatize her. Promptly abandons her in the crowd. Yeah, you know, I wasn't super scared at the time. Ooh. Did that? I do have my sound redeems. I do, okay. If that didn't trigger, let me know, because I just didn't see it show up, but that doesn't mean it didn't. It just might be layered something where I can't see it. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, love that for me. It worked. Okay, good. I just didn't see the pop-ups. That's why I was like, my brain was like, what? So yeah, anyway, I found a YouTube video of a guy talking about this ride. So not only was it one of the most cursed rides, like, you know, like the Disney rides that are cursed that constantly broke down throughout their life and they never could get them to work. This ride was like that. Also, this ride was wasn't just a drop ride. It was apparently the world's first ever water coaster, which if you've never ever seen, like, you know, Planet Coaster, like played the Planet Coaster games, or y'all, I'm sure y'all have been to theme parks and stuff, and like as adults, I have not. But like, you know that water coasters are not just a drop ride. There's like more to it than that. I forgot, frankly. I think I was so traumatized as a child. You haven't? Okay. Yeah, have you seen people play like, you know, like Planet Coaster or any of the games like that like have that kind of thing? Or like if you've been to one that you've seen it. Basically, they're not just drop rides. They have roller coaster elements to them. I completely forgot about that because I was so traumatized by the experience, like so traumatized. I forgot there were other roller coaster elements. So this wasn't just a drop ride like Splash Mountain. It didn't take like 2 minutes the way that Splash Mountain does. This was the world's first water coaster ever. So he took me on the most cursed ass, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I feel incredibly justified by the fact that, because my parents made fun of me for that for the rest of my life, because I can't ride roller coasters. I get on them and I have a panic attack. Like, I get really bad, anything with a drop. I can't do drops. If it's just like turns and stuff, I'm okay. But if there's anything that drops me, I get major heart palpitations and have like a panic attack. Like, even as an adult, I can't do it. My dad took me on the mini mine train when I was like 21 at Six Flags. I can't do that either. And like my parents always made fun of me for it. Like, oh, you're just scared of roller coasters. I'm like, yeah, it's because you literally traumatized me. As a child, I'm like the worst one. Like, this was not a coaster made like a thing made for kids. It was made for adults, and they just let kids on. Anyway, I feel justified. Also, it was fun, crazy too, because I was watching the video of it, of someone talking about like the story theming of the ride. The story theming of the ride was that there was like some fisherman dude had discovered Atlantis, but he's like, don't go, it's too dangerous. So the entire time you're on the ride, there's this creepy sea siren lady, witch lady, screaming at you, being like, don't go. Like, you're gonna get hurt if you go there. Like, it's a really bad idea, don't go. And I think I remember being a little scared of my dad being like, it's just the ride, sweetie, it's okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm a big girl, it's just the ride. I know, that's just a story. But then you turn this corner and like, hold on. Let me see if I can photo of it. Journey to Atlantis. There's a jump scare. They did one of like according to the guy who made the video, one of the most effective jump scares on a dark ride in history. Jump scare where like this lady, like witch lady, comes out of the wall, like out of the, yeah, here it is. Comes out of the wall, like, and the thing is, right? You don't see her. They keep her in the dark until all of a sudden they light her up and she lunges out of the wall from you. And this looks small. This thing is giant. It's bigger than the boat that you're in, and it lunges over and it goes, I'm gonna kill you. And like, because I was talking about this with Kaylin, right? Because I was feeling justified of being upset over this. Kaylin was like, the thing is, right? They've done kid psychology research of like when you're a child, like there's a reason that kids media can't have advertisements on it, because children can't tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. And like, even though I was a child, like even though I knew cognitively as a 5-year-old that this was like not real, my child self did not, and it thought it was, and it just scared the ever-loving daylights out of me. I think the only funny thing about this whole story though is that when you're starting the beginning of the ride, the part of the plot of the ride is the guy who is like, oh my God, like you shouldn't go to Atlantis. The old fisherman dude who discovered it is like, if you guys are going to go to Atlantis, you have to take Hermes with you. There's not like a good photo of it, I guess. You got to take this little guy with you. It's a little seahorse, and it's what helped me like go to Atlantis and stay safe, and he'll keep you safe. It's a bad picture. There's a little animatronic of a seahorse named Hermes, and like Hermes kept you safe the whole ride. I just thought that was funny because I've been connecting with a lot of more Hermes symbology lately, and I just thought that was very funny, I guess, that I was like, oh, Hermes is cool. And then it's like, hey, and that thing that terrified you as a child, Hermes was there in like the story to protect the person that's in danger. I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, that's my childhood trauma story. So, yay. Oh, I should show, while I'm here, I should show, kids these days are showing kids FNAF stuff. Yes, I will counter with scary things in a video game are not always as bad as they are in real life, because there is a difference between seeing something on a TV screen versus like scary movies and stuff versus like, you know, in real life. Also, again, I cannot emphasize this enough that this was the late 90s and I was a sheltered Christian child who had not seen anything like this before. So it was also incredibly new to me and like scary because of that. So anyway, hold on, I'm showing you pictures of my cookies on stream. I'm sure you guys saw it, but that's the cookie that I ate earlier, my grapes. But the kids are playing FNAF, but they're like used to that. I was not. Again, I was a terrified 5-year-old in the 90s who'd never seen anything like this before. I think I'd been on like some of the kiddie rides at Disney World, but they never took me on anything legit. So that was my cookies. King Rat is over here sharing. King Rat is over here sharing his food on stream, but is not on watching stream. That's like whenever someone says they're gonna go to bed at night, but you still see them active on Instagram. Like, hello. If he pops in here later, we have to make fun of him for that. Anyway, that's my childhood trauma story. Also, I pulled Ashvale. I'm sure you guys saw in the Discord. I did pull Ashvale. I'm happy to have him. I'd actually given up because I thought I didn't have, like, his patch is like only a few days left. And in Star Rail, I pulled Ashvale. Amy, trauma content strong. Weirdly, that's one of the less traumatizing things I've experienced. And it's one of those, like, my parents didn't think they were being mean. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions, you know? Anyway, it's just so easy not to traumatize your child. Like, if your child really says that they don't want to do something and you like make them do it anyway and you won't listen to them saying no, then like, unless it's a situation where like it's like a life or death thing where like, hey, like, I know you really don't want to do this, but like, this is really serious, like you need to do it. I think maybe just let the kids say no, actually. But like, the one and only time I've ever consumed wine was against my own consent because my mother made me take it because I had chronic allergies and she thought it would make me better. And I was 14 and she forced it down my throat while I was saying no the whole time. So, you know, it's, and that's why I don't talk to them anymore. I'd rather die, actually. You do, but there's a difference. There is a difference. There is a difference. There's like optional things and like non-optional things, and that one was definitely an optional thing. Also, if he really wanted me to take me on a scary ride as a child, take me to the mini mine train for children. Not the not for children one. Anyway, Kaylin's dad also forced her on like the Superman roller coaster as her first roller coaster. And I was like, she's like, he thought he was going to be easy. And I'm like, the Superman roller coaster is a crazy first choice to stick somebody on. Like, that is wild. Like, do you guys know what the Superman roller coaster is? It's a Six Flags roller coaster. Hold on. Superman. It's not a standard roller coaster. It's a high speed coaster, which is hilarious that he thought it was slow. It's a high speed coaster and they strap you in by the chest. Like, this is, can I just open the image and not the video? Hold on, I'm trying to show you. They strap you in at your chest. They don't strap you in like normally. You're hanging by your chest. So they flip you upside down. They roll you all around. Like, it's very intense. It's not like as bad as it could be, but like, but as from someone who lives like literally an hour from a Six Flags, so I've kind of grown up knowing a lot about Six Flags my whole life. These are not the Superman rides. It's not the Superman ride. Problematic roller coasters on YouTube. This one gives people whiplash really bad. If you don't put your head at the right angle when going on this roller coaster, it can like low-key break your neck. I know people it's happened to. That they had to like get medical intervention because it was so bad. So yeah, anyway, it just seems like that's like a common 90s kid thing, is your parents forcing you to do something incredibly traumatizing. You got traumatized by fun houses? Oh no, what happened? Did your parents force you to go in one too when you weren't ready? Henry Cavill throwing kids on roller coasters. Just chucking them off the edge, like, whee! I mean, I feel like every 2 or 3 years, we hear another story about people getting scalped by the Batman roller coaster. We have a Batman roller coaster too at Six Flags that has people, it's like the reverse of the Superman. Superman, they strap you by your chest and they kind of hang you over like you're flying like Superman. The Batman one, you do sit up and down, but it's like a sitting one with like the bars over your shoulders and your legs dangle. Anyway, every few years, like every 5 or so years, we get another story in the news about how someone climbed the fence and stood underneath the roller coaster because they lost like a phone or something. And then the roller coaster comes by and scalps them and kills them. Like, trigger warning, I guess, but it happens like every 5 or so years. And they're like, we tell you guys, do not go in there. Do not go in the dang roller coaster. But people do it. The death count is high. So, I got trapped in a room of mirrors and couldn't find my way out. The guy had to come and help me though. I was in tears. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is scary. I've gotten trapped in a corn maze until like 1 a.m. before with that, and that wasn't super fun. Not the same experience, but we had to get rescued. So I feel your pain basically. I did not know the people that I went with. I just went on the reliance of a friend, and it was a learning opportunity for me not to ever do that again. They had to like dig through the corn to find us with like floodlights and stuff. It was so fun. It wasn't even, I went with a girl I didn't even like. My mom just kind of was like, you should go with her. And I'm like, okay, I guess that sounds like fun. Should have listened to my gut. 0.001% failure rate is acceptable. Seems to be okay with our airlines industry. Exactly. There's a minimum death count before it becomes a problem. That's a horrible thing to say. That is truly like a horrible thing to say. Like, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, why the actual heck don't they reinforce that fence better? Like, if that's such a problem, why don't they make sure people can't climb in the dang fence? Like, you know, when you play like Planet Zoo and you make sure the animals can't escape, why don't they put like barbed wire at the top of the fence so people can't climb over? Anyway, sorry, morbid topic, I guess. What the heck, 1 a.m? And listen, that's also a long story. Yeah, I pulled Ashvale. I didn't think he was gonna come home. I think I got to like 65 pity, somewhere around 65, 60 to 70, somewhere in there. I don't think I hit fully 75. I'd kind of given up because there's only like 4 or so days left on his banner. And I kind of threw everything I had at him, but I'd spent most of my pulls on, who did I pull? I know I pulled Sparkle. Who the heck? Was it Finan? I think it's that I pulled Finan and then I also pulled Sparkle. So I was pretty drained from like them. So I was just kind of throwing whatever I had at him. He's like a meh. I like him as a character. I think he's cool, and he's a better Mose. So he will fit really well with my playstyle. He just is a 5-star version of Mose, basically. But I was just doing singles today because I was like, I don't like single pulls. I was like, he's not going to come home. Surprise, surprise. Wolf Boy did in fact come home. I can tell sometimes when they want it versus me because like, I'm like, man, I tried to get you, but I can't. I've given up. And they're like, knock, knock. You thought you weren't going to get me, but surprise, I'm home. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my gosh. So now I have to save for Blade because Blade is beautiful. My pulling plans, the only silvers even really know what I'm talking about. My pulling plans for Star Rail, I'm pulling Blade, obviously, because the S Blade special version is very fine. And its character's cool, but I don't play like normal Blade. And then I'm going to pull the Himiko special path when that comes out. And then there's going to be an adventuring special path in the next couple months or so. So that's who I'm saving for. So does it make your party a lot better? I'm currently leveling him. I don't have him fully kitted up yet. I'm currently focusing on kitting him up. So like he's who I'm actively building right now. But I literally pulled him like yesterday. So I'm just sort of, spending my daily stuff on him, but it'll take me like a week or so to get him fully built, and then I'll sub him in. I got to get him fully built and get him some artifacts and stuff, and then kind of go from there. So, but I'm happy to have him. I do like him as a character. I just feel like he's a more watered down version of the, he's a more watered down version. Oh, so you know who Blade is, right? You know, I'm Blade, I want death. Did you know that Blade's English VA also plays? Okay, hold on. Sorry. Blade Honkai Star Rail. I'm just showing you guys. You're gonna get me going over just because talking about my like Star Rail and stuff. So let me find a better image than this. That's better. Hold on. I just need you guys to see something that's hilarious. Okay, so this is Blade. He's a character in Honkai Star Rail. Can you, oh no, sorry, I need the internet one. This is Blade, character in Honkai Star Rail. his voice sounds like this. He's super gravelly, and he's like a really edgy character, and he's like really intense, and like he's immortal, but he longs for death, but he can't die because he has like the flesh of an emanator of the aeon of like eternal life. So he craves death, but can never find it. And he's like a member of the Stellaron Hunters, which are like a group that worships the god of finality, and they have a script for everything that's gonna happen in the story, and he's like super edgy and whatever. His English voice actor, who does this super edgy voice, also voices Lenny in Genshin Impact, who is not a cat boy himself, but his sister is a cat girl, so they are clearly from a cat family bloodline. And his voice is like, "Hi, I'm Lenny. Haha, I'm a magician." The Whiplash is wild. Like, his VA has so much range. I'm sure if hold on, I wonder if there's like a Blade versus Lenny. How the heck Lenny voice comparison? I'm sure there's like a, yeah, hold on. I'm sure there's a video of this because it's so funny. Like, it's actually crazy. This VA's range is wild. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my music. I know it's been about an hour. It's not super bad. Could be worse. I've gone over more before in the past. Let me make sure that this is... So this is Blade's voice. Hold on.
Consider that a good thing. Back again. The fate of those I remember is never a good one.
Oh, it's so echoey.
Go. When the Mara strikes, you don't want to be next to me. To whittle oneself away, to tear your enemies apart. That is the power of a blade.
Okay, that's his voice, right? As Blade, right?
Perform some magic with these materials.
I don't know why it's echoing.
Would you be more shocked if nothing changed about me at all? Nothing could make me happier than having your trust.
This is the same voice actor.
Doing all this for me? Are you trying to steal this magician's heart by any chance? Well, in that case, congratulations, my dear apprentice.
What if there's like a better video of this? That's basically, it's just hilarious. It's hilarious. Let me see. This might also be.
Ladies and gentlemen, she did it! Seeing is believing, my friends. This has been Lenny and Lynette's magic show.
Until your sin is cleansed.
This is the same man.
Will pursue you.
Where does this voice live inside of him? And this is what he looks like. Like, this is... Oh, did he do like a... Oh my God. TikTok won't let me... Hold on. Let me see. Is it playing sound? No, it's not. I don't know how to get TikTok to play audio for me sometimes. Yeah, this is the VA. He's like such a twink. So I have no idea where that like voice lives inside of him. Is this gonna... Yeah, I can't get TikTok to play audio for me, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's mad at me for...
Upcoming Fontaine region for Genshin Impact. Hope you guys enjoy and love finding out more about his story.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
I present to you the English...
Hold on. Let me see if I can actually get it to work.
I told you we needed more glitter.
That's basically the vibe. So anyway, I just think he's hilarious. So I love him. He's great. Anyway, sorry that that's my Hoyo rant for you. Wow, he's a twink. He is a twink. His voice is like his like regular speaking voice is closer to Lenny's. Blade just lives inside of him somewhere. Can you do a deep voice? So I can't, and it's funny because I obviously used to do puppetry, right? So I do any VA experience I have is because I did voices for puppets, right? there is like a gravelly voice, like archetype that you can do or whatever. But it's funny because for some people, doing a gravel voice is painful and like it's difficult to maintain for long periods of time. And I'm one of those people. Some people can do a gravel voice just fine and it doesn't hurt their throat. And I'm sure if I did enough vocal training and like train myself down there, I could. But I'm already an alto, so my voice is already like a little bit deeper than it could be. Also, my voice hurts from working, so like that doesn't help a thing. Like I can do like a gravel voice a little bit, but it's just very hard for me to maintain for like long periods of time. It like hurts my throat. I can do it for like a few minutes, but after that, it's over. Like I just can't, especially right now with my like voice being so painful from like work. But it hurts my throat to do this. So I can't maintain that for long periods of time. I can maintain falsetto easier, but some people can't like I can maintain my like Sasha voice, my falsetto Sasha voice. I can do this for like hours and it's fine. Like it eventually makes my voice tired, but like I have an easier high range than I do like a lower range. And I can do this a lot easier. And I have done this for hours at a time and it sucked ass. So, but yeah, I can maintain accents easier than I can maintain tone pitch changes, but that's actually good because accents are hard. Not everybody can do it. So. Anyway, like I'm better at training myself on accents, but that is a skill because not everybody can do accents. So when do we get Miss Amy puppet content? I think I got rid of Sasha. I don't think I have her anymore. I had a Sasha puppet and I think I did give her up because of bad memories. So I don't know if I have a puppet right now. I could get a puppet eventually again. I'm a little bit more distanced from that, so I feel less. But I used to do accents, but it gets exhausting. It is hard to do sustainably. Like, it has to be something you're really comfortable with, and you have to practice a lot. Like, as someone who used to do it for hours, you also have to be comfortable sounding like an idiot. Just in general. That's just the truth in general when it comes to doing anything like that, is you have to be comfortable sounding stupid. So that's the tea. Anyway, parcel simulator. We're back. My game is already lagging, by the way. It already does not like the amount of conveyor belts we have in here. I have bad news for my computer. It's only going to get worse from here. I'm sure if you call people at work, sound like Paimon, it'd be a hit. Actually, Silver, do you want to know some hilariously cursed information? Back when I used to work retention, which in particular, like way long ago when I first started working at a call center, retention. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll tell you that story in just a second. I gotta catch up. Okay, so last time we got a bunch of machines. This row is where we have the extra machines. Honestly, so we could keep buying more machines, like spending money to buy more machines to pad this side out too. I think we're just gonna keep growing a single line because, I want to expand faster. I want to get all the machines because we have... Tab is supposed to bring up my stupid tablet. It's fine. T is tablet, sorry. So what I'm aiming for, right? I'm aiming for the next wave of machines. We're so close to having all of them. Stamp and Contents Prohibited happens at warehouse 8 and 9. We have conveyor or cargo now. We just purchased it and we have that. We also need this. We do have the stampers now. That's actually a pretty big deal to have the stamper. We might be buying the stamper first, actually. This will auto stamp declined parcels and speed things up like crazy. So we actually might buy this first. But then after that, I think I just want to focus on a single line and saving up to expand the warehouse because we're already at expansion 7. Yeah, we're already at 7. So we just need to buy like 2 more. We need to buy this one. Yeah, 2,800. I feel like with 1 round of packages, I feel like we should be able to go ahead and expand. And then we can get those last 2 machines. And then we have a fully operational line and we don't have to do anything. So I feel like that is the goal, if that makes sense. So, okay, we're going to start by finishing off. We finished off all the easy stuff last time. And so we're just going to finish this round and then we're going to be, we'll keep rolling. So we'll make some money and maybe buy the decline machine. Cause then we can just, we don't have to decline anything ourselves. We just put it on a line and go, just send it. So beautiful. I see your hydrate. I'm not going to hydrate yet. I owe you a hydrate. I don't want to have to pee too soon. So that is, that's the vibe. So I will hydrate in a little bit. Sorry for the lack of hydrate. It is an illegitimate hydrate purchased via, like Ticketmaster. So, I will redeem your ticket when space is available. But unfortunately, I have to prioritize, now I have to do these stupid stamps. I'm so mad about it. But we don't have to pay attention to, it was cargo type, right? Okay, wait, sorry. Let me make sure I know what we have. Weight, serial number, country, and cargo type. So we don't have to worry about any of that. All we have to do is worry about the contents prohibited and the stamp, and that's it. So that is better. It could be worse. It could be worse, so. You're saying I have a monopoly on hydrates. Well, I think Panda does. I'm pretty sure Panda's the one that gave you the illegal ticket. So, I will honor it when I will honor Panda's ticket whenever space allows. Oh my God, fine. Fine. There. Little sip. Are you happy? Teeny sip. What the heck was I talking about before that? I was talking about something. What was it? Also, I don't think there's any sort of like stamp scanner or anything in the store, right? We just have to suffer. Serial number scanner, desktop scales. Yeah, there's no ticket like stamp scanner. I just have to suffer. Okay, that's fine. I think most of them are valid anyway. I already printed approval. That's fine. Oh, calling people with Paimon retention. Okay, so retention. So basically what retention was, my job in retention was people who wanted to cancel would call in yelling at me. And I'd go, oh no, you want to cancel? That's so horrible. We wish you would stay. Will you stay if we offer you a 25% discount on your subscription? And they go, yes. And then I do my job. That was retention. But as you can imagine, as I'm short, that's an invalid cargo type. So I don't know how you made it through the line. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, as I'm sure you can imagine, that resulted in a lot of very angry people calling in being like, where's my money? Because I work for a subscription service that would auto withdraw people's, like, it auto renewed. And this was back when auto renew was still a newer concept, and it was a bunch of old people screaming, being like, you auto renewed my subscription without my consent. And we're like, actually, when you purchase the subscription, they had stuff on every surface telling you agree to auto renewal if you use the subscription, but old people never pay attention to that. So anyway, a lot of people yelling at me. We also worked late. We worked evenings, so we worked like 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. right? So I guess the funny story with that is that there'd be a few times where it was literally me, Kaylin, and one other dude working. And he was, we loved him. He was great. But this older gentleman working, and that we were the only people on the floor. So someone would call in angry, scream at us, and then hang up. They'd call back again, and they'd get the same person, right? Because there's only 3 of us. So I must confess, this should be, oh, we haven't fed them back through for cargo type yet. That was what happened. I was supposed to feed the packages back through. You know what? I think it's faster for me to just do it myself, honestly. Fine, I'll do it myself. And then next time it'll catch it for me. Because I'm like, why is it giving me invalid cargo types? I supposedly have a machine for that. Anyway, there was a couple times where someone screamed at me, hung up, called back in an hour later and got me again because the phone had rotated through to me. I must confess, there was more than one instance that I answered it with a British accent. And I'm pretty sure it worked. I'm pretty sure Like, hello, welcome to Computer Tech Company. My name is Amy. How can I help you today? They're like, I'm mad because oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Can I get your like name and ID number? All right, and like, what's your problem today? They're like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you want a refund? Yes, I want a refund, because we'd already written it down at that point that they'd called in irate at one point, so we were allowed to just give them the refund and then not fuss about it. And they're like, oh, I want my refund. Okay, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Here's your refund. Thank you. Have a good day. I didn't do it very often because my team leads would be like, Amy, what the hell is this? Like, but like that floor was very chill though until the company decided it wasn't chill anymore. That was a very chill workplace. I did not hate working that job. Then like exactly 3 months later, whenever they fired the supervisor because they didn't think he was doing a good enough job. Well, they didn't fire him. They quiet fired him. They chased him out and then they reworked the entire thing to be full sales instead of retention. Then I was angry, but like the initial job itself was not that bad. It was a lot. It was intense, but it wasn't like, could have been worse, you know? But I must confess I did that once or twice and it did seem to work. I didn't do it super often because I was like, this is kind of cringe. I shouldn't be doing this. Sooner or later, someone's gonna call me out on this. I just don't want to get yelled at. But I was like, hello, welcome to company name. How are you? How can I help you today? Oh, you have an issue? I'm so sorry to hear that. And I don't think the person recognized. I think surely they had to be like, this isn't the same person, right? But I just don't think, I think it was I was so convincing that they were like, I think I made them question themselves. Does that make sense? Call you out, no, oh, my, I mean, if they figured out that I'm faking an accent, if the customer did, or my team lead would have been like, Amy, what are you doing? That's weird behavior. And I'd be like, well, sorry. I didn't want to like get yelled at by my supervisor, but I must confess I did that once or twice. I think the one time my supervisor heard me do it, she thought it was funny. So like, just as long as I didn't do it all the time, but. Okay. I had great supervisors at that, that position at that job. Too bad that they also took one of the supervisors that I loved and was amazing and had been there for years and decided they wanted to get rid of her. So they put her on an overnight sales team that was notorious for not succeeding, like numbers wise. Tell her to shape it up in 2 months. And then when she didn't, they fired her because they're like, you're underperforming. I remember the day they walked her out of the building. They just showed up, were like, you're fired, and they walked her, escorted her out of the building. She had to like beg another supervisor to go back in and get her stuff off her desk because it was still in the building. So that was great. I loved that. That was such a good time. Anyway, that's the company I don't work for anymore. So, you know. Hi, Lunch. How are you? Welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. Lizard, more plants. I know, Lunch, I can't buy any more plants for the warehouse yet because my game is already lagging with the amount of stuff I have down. I'm a little worried about what's gonna happen when we keep adding more. What I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on, like I mentioned before, I'm gonna go through and like put down all of the conveyor belts and stuff first and get the whole setup going. And then once I do that, oh, pre-approved. Then once I do that, I'm gonna cover it in plants afterwards. So that's my plans, but anyway. Need to rotate, oh, contents required. Thank you for the lurk, Silver. But how are you? I hope you're doing good today, Lunch. Welcome in. What? You're like motor oil? Stain removal. Are you bleach? No, come here. Come here. Bleach. Yeah, that's one of the things where it's prohibited, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, I figured. I just wanted to double check. You made some great Hollow Knight progress today. That's exciting. You got to tell me how you enjoy it. I hear nothing but good things about that game. It is low key on my radar. I feel like I want to like play Hades first. Now that I played Cult of the Lamb, I have been sort of inducted into the realm of amazing, like, you know, amazing, what's the words I'm trying to say? It's roguelite, right? Roguelikes versus roguelites. I know there's a difference. I don't know what the difference is, but yeah, it's kind of like that. I know it's one of those, but I want to do, now that Cult of the Lamb has officially induced me into it, so now I want to do probably Hades next. Probably not anytime this year. We have too many games to play this year, but that's on my awareness, if that makes sense, to play. So, you know, simplish combat. It's cult vibes, but platformer style. Simplish combat. Yeah, I've seen some like playthroughs of it, and it looks really cool. Like I haven't seen the whole game, and I also know about Silk Song, which was the previous game. Yes, yes. Am I right? Yes. I'm doing good though today. Thank you for asking. I yapped about it earlier in stream, but my job has put all my calls into the dialer now. So they are auto given to me, which can be very stressful. And the dialer has been breaking a lot this week, where this is our first full week using it. So this week has been kind of 50-50. 50 live or die, 50 live, 50 live or die, 50-50. I'm very tired, but I'm not as bad as I could be. I'm kind of figuring out a good rhythm with it. So could be worse, could be better. I got some breaks today because it absolutely broke this afternoon, and we had to like rework everything in the middle of the workday, and my supervisor was freaking out, but it's all good, you know? Everything's fine. That's the second one. Okay, was Silk Song the new one, and then Hollow Knight's the first one? Was that it? And is Silk Song, again, forgive me, I know vaguely what the internet has talked about. Is Silk Song a prequel or a sequel? Because I seem, from the 30 seconds I saw your stream, that I had a chance to watch it. I saw the character from Silk Song fighting Hollow Knight, I thought. So or maybe it wasn't your stream, maybe it was Apple's stream when I rated the other day. Somebody's stream that you do not know. I had to fight the Silk Song person. Yeah. That's why I'm like, wait, that's the Silk Song person. We'll figure this out together someday. I don't know enough about them, but I'm just going to play Hades next because the character's really hot. The gods are really sexy, okay? Like all of them. So I am a simple person. I need the gameplay to be good, but I see hot people and I click, so it's kind of the vibe. So, you know. How's your garden? It's doing okay. I feel like I need to do some work on it. So my herbs are doing fantastic. They're doing really good. They're weathering everything okay. My poor attempts at growing lettuce are not doing super well because it has gone from, I think like last week, the low was in the low 40s and I had to bring the pots inside, to this week, the high has been 88. So my poor little lettuce sprouts are unhappy because, you know, 88 degrees is really hot. So, 86, yeah. So I think they're just struggling with the temperature changes, and I think I'll have to restart them, which is fine. They're an experiment anyway. Oh, it's a sequel. Silk Song was originally planned to be DLC to Hollow Knight. Oh, that's cool. See, I didn't know that. I knew it was something along those lines, but I didn't know. From what I understand, I think the Hornet lives in the underground. She's trying to save it, and she thinks I am bad, but actually I am also trying to save it. So eventually maybe we can become friends, I'm guessing. But I could be way wrong. Totally valid. It sounds like you're going in blind, same as I would, so. But that's really cool. I'm glad you're gonna choose. I'm glad you had a good day today with it. Those type of games, sometimes you can be like, you have good days and you have bad days, you know? Sometimes you're like, oh my God. Like, there were sometimes in Cult that I got my butt beat over and over again. And I was like, oh no. And then some days I was like doing a lot better. So, you know, that is the correct stamp. We're stuck in stamp hell until we are able to afford the new machines for stamps to get better. Maybe we'll focus on getting the new machines first, because we have no other surprises. This is it. This is all we have to do. Like, we just have 2 more machines and then we'll have all of them sorting correctly. So, this is all we got. So Boop. I think there are many hours in the game. I'm a little worried I end up streaming it forever with my little 2-hour lunch breaks. Lunch, I feel that. Don't sell silver. I am thinking about making the Wednesday yap a little bit shorter, just because, on a more consistent basis, just because I never get anywhere in the games I play. Today I didn't, because I had a lot to talk about, mostly my parents traumatizing me as a child. But like on the days that I feel like it, make them a little bit shorter, because I'm really only playing games for like an hour at a time. And as I'm sure you can imagine, that doesn't get me. I tune into some yap at work, it's fun. Oh, that's fair. That's like while I'm yapping. That's fair. I'm not gonna, if I do it, Monday we're yapping about nails. That is fair. That is fair. I do. If I do that, I do plan on keeping the Monday yap the same length. I might lower like the Wednesday yap a little bit. If I don't have a lot to talk about, I'm just basically not going to fish for stuff to talk about as much, if that makes sense. I got something wrong. I don't even care. Bite me. You're making me do stupid stamps. Oh, we're really close. There we go. There we go. That is fair. No, I'm not going to get rid of the yap segments entirely. I would just be looking at maybe making it like a half hour versus a full hour, just on Wednesdays. I'm thinking about the beautiful time at some point in the future when I finally get back to being able to stream 3 days a week. Someday, beyond the sea. And when I do stream 3 times a week, I often do not have an hour's yap worth of topics, because I am streaming 3 days a week and not much happens in between. Some days stuff happens, some days not much happens. Oh, we can get the new machine now. Oh, we can get a lot of stuff. Okay, things are about to get very exciting around here. We need to expand the warehouse one more time, but we'll get the next machine as soon as we can afford it. I do 0 yap and just game. Yeah, some people yap, some people don't. I always did a little bit of like a light yap at the beginning, and then my chat gets me talking, and then it has somehow evolved into a massive yap. Good night, Khajiit. May you have sweet dreams of tuna and mice. My yap is strong. You've got a good yap. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I know some people like the yap and some people don't. And you know, that's valid. I think that's why in the future, like if I'm able to stream more days, I'll have some days that are more yap and then some days that are less. For the people who don't prefer the yap as much, I'll have those days. And then for the people who do, I do appreciate that though. Sometimes I'm like, y'all will not be interested in the boring stuff that I do. And then you are. So as someone who is chronically underappreciated by my peers and parents, I appreciate that y'all enjoy my yap and the things I talk about. It makes me happy. Okay. Strap in, boys. Let's start the day. We've already got the intense, like, fun, kooky jazz going on. Oh, I need to, like... Okay. So we have the Stampinator, but I don't want to get that yet. Okay, I won't. We can buy the Stampinator, but I think I'm just going to actually just wait until we, what are you? You're airplane. Is today an airplane day? I don't think so. Yes. Oh my God. Today is an airplane day. Hold on. We'll do that. We'll do that. That'll be wonderful. We'll just let the things go. There's a lot going on back there, but we'll just let the stuff go while we put the airplane stuff in. Because if we can get that other machine, then life's really going to get very happy very quickly. But yeah, I fully plan on playing Hollow Knight stuff at some point. I'll just probably start with Hades first when I get around to it. This year we have a ton of cozy games coming out, so I feel like my days of being like, oh my God, I'm just a cozy game streamer are kind of over, but I do feel like I still kind of keep myself mostly relegated to cozy games, really. Oh my God, come back. I like to sort of, somebody is stuck. No, you're not. You're just taking a million years. Okay, we're fine. It's not stuck. It's just taking forever. I tend to stick to mostly cozy and sim games. That's sort of what I like at this point in my life, kind of. I'm playing a bunch of stuff because I love everything. Hey, did you guys know I love video games? You know, I just really like video games. That's just, I didn't know if you knew that, but just really like them actually. But yeah, I just love all types of games. I was originally like, everyone's like, you gotta find your niche. People never watch you if you don't find your niche, but like, I don't know, man. Maybe my niche is Yap. I don't know. clearly Yap on some level is a big priority. So, but I'm checking the auto declines. Hollow Knight is cozy when finding their fans to be super serious about their game. Yeah, I feel like those like games that are like high skill games like Hollow Knight and things like that, people do get really serious about that. Because like the Souls game players are the same way, right? By the way, would you guys want to watch me would you guys want to watch me play a Souls game someday? I really love Bloodborne. I must confess, of all the Souls games, Bloodborne does seem to be my favorite. Like, I just really think Bloodborne is amazing, actually. Did you hear about Jacksepticeye working on the Bloodborne movie? There is going to be a Bloodborne movie, and Jacksepticeye is going to be one of the producers. I'm honestly like so happy for him because he loves Bloodborne. Like, I think I've watched several people play Bloodborne, but I in particular have watched his playthrough because he talks about it. Like, he like knows everything about it because it's one of his like favorite games ever. But I just think that's good for him. We love seeing people get to do things around the stuff they really love. It makes me happy. I can't find my niche. Just need to just be a variety streamer. I need to yap more. I know it's hard, man. Streaming is not easy. A lot of people do it, but not a lot of people are able to turn it into a career. I wouldn't say not a lot of people could succeed because that's not true. Everybody has their own goals with streaming, you know, like the goal isn't always to be a big streamer or whatever. I personally would love to turn this into a career if I possibly could, but I just need more time to work on stuff. Okay. I think it's like a $3,000 machine, isn't it? The machine I need to add to the machine pile. I mean, you know what? It's worth it actually just to go through this day, get all the stuff through the lines, and then we can figure out, what's up. Because once we get everything through the lines and stuff and we like know what's what, we'll have to put everything back through the line again if we buy another machine. Cause it'll have only been sorted like once and not with the new thing. So I think that's fine. The yap is strong with this one. The yap is strong with this one. Panda, would you mind? The mononuclear butterfly? The bot names are always something. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? I really need to get that like pre-approved versus not pre-approved one or whatever. The it's taking up a lot of the line time. Thank you, Panda. I appreciate. Panda's banhammer is the best. You are pre-approved for truck. They do have such interesting names. I think when you hear the high pitch beep, 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 it means something was bad. It was declined. I wonder if they use a name generator. They must have to. I feel like that's the only way. Yeah. I think that's the only way for it to be that varied all the time. Okay. This is all just my, like, I need to stamp these declined packages, so. Yeah, Hollow Knight does seem to be very cozy. The Hollow Knight and Silksong, they're cozy in their own way. I think that's like the interesting thing about cozy games, though. I've seen a lot of people have like a genuine discussion about like, what is a cozy game? Like genuinely, like what is a cozy game? Because cozy games are simultaneously like, they're a vibe and an aesthetic, but also they don't have a defined definition. You know what I mean? Like some games, not all cozy games are farming games, and not all cozy games are slow paced. Like some games are really, like Genshin is classified by many people as a cozy game, and I agree because there are parts of Genshin when you're not running around doing the epic story quest stuff, there are parts of Genshin that are really cozy and like relaxing. Like I think it's one of those like cozies of feeling and not necessarily a genre. It's complicated, you know? Can a combat game be a cozy game? Like, all interesting questions. Video game philosophy. On another stream, there was a bot named Unsteady Shrub. That's the name of my next poetry album. Like poetry anthology. Unsteady, Life of an Unsteady Shrub. You are fine. We're almost to the end of the day, so then we can begin damage control. What do you think? We should get the stamp one first, the stamp machine, because I feel like, how did you make it all the way through? Oh, because you're not on the cargo side, that's why. The stamp takes forever to look at, whereas like the package contents checking thing is a lot faster. Not every package has it, so. Yeah, the trickiest part just becomes being able to get everything off the line as quickly as possible so you can make the most money that day. So, what do you think happens to the packages that don't make it here on time? Do they go to another overnight warehouse? Or like, the tolling of the bell to signify that the day is done. Okay. Y'all go. Actually, y'all really need to go because I need more money. Who is beeping? What are you upset about? You backed up? You're pre-approved. Okay. Whew. So many. So many. We really need that package stamper. Like stat. All of these guys are going to have to go through the other line anyway, so we're just kind of dealing with it at this point. So you can eventually upgrade all of your stuff to make it go faster. I'm not going to bother with that until we have like the base set up first, and then we're going to kind of go from there. You are already at decline, I can tell. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do that. Be free, my children. I need more money. What is, let me see. Let me see how much it costs. We need, how much money? I think it was 3K. Oh, no, wait. Cargo type. Nope. Stamp. Oh, 1,500. That's easy. We can get that right now. In fact, we will get that right now. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Let me go do that real quick. Grab this guy. Oh, we need more conveyor belts, don't we? I believe we do. Yeah, I believe we do. Hold on. We're like frozen up. Hold on, there's too much happening. What games are you playing right now, Lunch? I know that you rotate game genres. You're playing Hollow Knight. Are you playing anything else right now? I feel like I try to catch your streams when I can. I'm not always able to, so. Did you finish Cult, or are you taking a break on that? Totally valid either way. Only streaming Hollow Knight. Totally valid. Yeah, I've heard that game is one of the kind that kind of consume you a little bit, so I completely get that. We need... I think I need a wiggle, and a joiner. That's usually what I need, right? Shh, okay. We need wiggle, joiner. Yeah, I think we have enough money for that. Cool. You're playing Windrose. Ooh. Oh, after work, and the night after work, I'm playing Cult Break. Totally valid. The after night in the work, I'm playing Windrose. What is Windrose? I've never heard of that before. What game is that? What's it about? I feel like I've heard the name Windrose somewhere, but I feel like there's so many games out nowadays. I can't keep up. I know I bought, there we go. It's like, I know I bought a joiner. Where is it? Okay. Oop. All right. So we need to pick you up because you are not staying. We're going to open you. There we go. Stamp. Thank the Lord of heaven above. Is it working while I'm trying to get this set up? Hello? Oh my god, it is. I think it like auto picked it up. That's wild. Anyway, give me this. I think the game just didn't know where to put it, and it was like, oh, it goes here. That's crazy, actually. Okay, this goes here. You come over here. All these are gonna have to get resorted anyway, which is totally fine. Pick you up here. Pick you up here. Then open you. I'm running out of things to play that people might like. I wish I had a PS4 or my Xbox app work because most of the games I want to stream are on those. Yeah, I understand that. I feel like, yeah, I think this other tough part too as a streamer is like playing games that people will like. There is a difference between playing games I like versus playing games that other people like. You know what I mean, Panda. You know what I mean. Like... Yeah, there's a ton of games on Steam and stuff. You just have to, like, find them, which can be the tough part, I guess. Okay, where's my big one? Here you go. It's time to rescan everything because we have a new machine now. And if we can make even more money, we can scan them again. Although I think that probably will just happen next time, honestly. Okay, come over here. Y'all are going back on the line. Everybody's going back. I see so many pre-approved that I should probably like do something about, but there's games on Steam, but there's two problems: money and laptop specs. I get it. I get what you mean. I know what you mean. I am there. I understand that deeply on a spiritual level. That is tough. Then when in doubt, there's always Dreamlight, I guess. But I know Dreamlight doesn't last forever. Can you all? Thank you. All right. Send these bad boys through. I left my door open. That's uncomfy. No leaving door open. That's weird. All right. Okay. So now we have got everybody going. I wonder if I can actually make enough money with, you're pre-approved. I wonder if I can make enough money with, the declines, if maybe I can get the next package, because we have so many of these guys. Or not the next package, sorry, the next warehouse upgrade. Although we have to upgrade the warehouse and do another machine, so that's maybe not gonna happen in just these alone. But we'll find out, you know, it's an adventure. Okay. Just popping these bad boys along. All right, how we doing? How we doing? Taking 1 million years, but that's okay because you are sorting everything for me, so I do none of the work. So we basically have 2 more machines left to buy. We have the contents prohibited machine. I think we bought the stamp one. So it's the contents prohibited machine, and then it's also I have to buy the pre-approved, pre-denied sorter, but that one is going to get interesting because we have to like rework our structure for that one. Like we have to completely rework how we have the setup, which is gonna be exciting, like the lines and stuff. So I'm saving that for last because that's going to be a mess. Basically is the TLDR on that. So we're just oh, you spin me right round, baby. One of these days I'm gonna get in trouble for how much I sing on stream, but I don't care. You can't stop me. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. There's Dreamlight, but a lot of people are mainly doing decorating and taking their time with the quest and the story. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't really, I don't watch a ton of Dreamlight content myself, so I don't really personally know what is like popular in that category. But I understand it's a struggle. I get that. Okay, we really need that decline stamper at some point in the near future. I feel like we should buy it after we have the last machine, because then I don't have to stamp anything, like look at anything myself at all. I just send it down the line. So that is all good. How much is the next upgrade? This is an important question. It is 3,100. Woo. Hey, but we got a 1212. That's fun. When you go down, when you go down. Okay, I need to grab these guys because all of these puppies are going to have to go through the other line as well because they are not getting sorted out properly. So, all right, boop, 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 boop. I'm so glad you have stuff you get to play, but like alone after work. Lunch. I feel like when you stream, it's so easy to get to the point where like you just play stuff on stream and you don't play stuff yourself. But I feel like it is so important for you to have your own gaming habit for like stuff that you love, you know? Because I do too. Like I play games off of stream as well. And there's some games that I've my gacha games, I could stream those, but I feel like I should just, I'm gonna stream them sometimes, but for the most part, that's just kind of for me. And like lately I've been, like a couple weekends ago, I played some House Flipper 2 offline over the weekend and I just really enjoyed it. So it's important to have, because it gets to be like work, you know, and like it's important to have your own, it's creativity, you know? That's why I craft so much too and like do art, is because you need to have other sources of creativity besides this, or else again, you get kind of tired and jaded and just not really wanting to do it. So I feel like there's so many like streamers and YouTubers I've seen over the years that just get sick of it after they've done it for years. And I totally understand, because you like, you know, it's your job and you're doing it like all day, every day, but like, it's important to maintain your own sense of creativity too. And do things that excite you. Because there will always be more video games. But it's just a way of life. I wonder, Panda, I don't know if this is a thing. I know in The Sims there'll be like decorating challenges and stuff. I don't know if you could do that in Dreamlight too, or if that's like a thing in Dreamlight or not. I feel like that'd be kind of neat. I love how in Animal Crossing people make themed islands and stuff. I feel like that's interesting. You didn't go in line, did you? Okay, no good. All right. So I don't know if that would like be stuff to do in the game or not. Okay. I have to babysit this. Also, it is, if you hear water noises, it is cooking ASMR time. My roommate is making dinner. I stream right next to the kitchen, so if you hear splashing sounds. Tonight is more walking tacos, or taco salad for dinner. Tomorrow we're doing something actually quite interesting, because we are having, I have some leftover meat, like beef, from something else that we made that I had Kaylin thin slice, and we will, I'm gonna have her make a stir fry with tomorrow night. So that'll be kind of interesting. We're doing that. So we're trying to do a little bit of like, not leftovers this week, but like leftovers, because we're trying to like use up some of our extra food we have in the house. Because God knows the economy is expensive as heck, and conserving food is good when you can. So we're trying to do leftovers and use like, I made a broccoli casserole, a broccoli and pasta casserole, and I dare say it's actually pretty good. If I do say so myself. I used to make some rather sussy casseroles when we first moved in here, but I dare say this is one that's actually very low on the sus meter. It's actually really good. It's like a broccoli, like rotini noodle casserole with cheese and stuff. Obviously, I know most broccoli casseroles have rice in them. This one just simply does not, because we had like 3 other meals this week that had rice in it. So I wanted to, you know, take a little bit of a break, shall we say, from all the rice. But it's actually pretty good. I used an actual recipe and stuff, and it's actually pretty yummy. We're having that with lunches, so with work and stuff, but it's good. It needs a little bit tweaking. But yeah, I put some, the broccoli casserole originally was just broccoli and nothing else. But I actually put some chicken on it. I used up some chicken tendies we had left in the freezer, baked those, and then put them on the casserole. Is pretty good. I am a protein girly. I need protein with every meal. So you can do theme things. It depends on if you have the items. I'm not a decorating person. My valley is such a mess. Aw, I understand that. I didn't used to be a decorating person either. I understand the pain. You should try it. The only reason I'm mentioning the decorating, like the themed thing at all, is back when I was having a hard time learning to decorate, and still even now, when I have a hard time decorating, sometimes what helps me is coming up with a theme idea. of like, this is all pink, or this is all red, or this is Halloween themed, and like making like areas and stuff. And also, I'm big on inspiration. Like finding inspiration from other people and stuff, or like looking at people's inspo Instagrams and stuff. I follow an art doll artist on YouTube that I've watched for years. And her big thing is she's always like, references, people, references. You need references. References make you a better artist. So I always have her in my head going, references, people, references. KP Creation, she's awesome. I love her. I haven't watched her videos. Again, she hasn't been making a lot of videos lately, but I haven't watched her videos in forever. She's awesome. Okay. I did do some decoratings, but only some areas. I got tired after a bit. I understand that too. It does get tiring really quick, doesn't it? When you're not used to doing it very often. That's why I don't always decorate on stream. Sometimes I do some decorating off and then do the easy parts on stream, is because it can get very tiring. And I find it's way easier for me to do off stream than it is on. Sooner or later, I'll get to the point where doing it on stream is second nature, but I just got practice. Okay. We're getting so close, ladies and gentlemen. So close to being able to have everything completely automated. I want to get that last machine before stream is over. Then we'll have all the machines sans one, which will be awesome. And then our only job is just to get that decal printer next. But hopefully we have the airport open today, so hopefully we can kind of process some packages pretty quickly. And right now, all I'm looking for is the like, contents prohibited check thing. That's it. So I'm not having to do a lot right now. And babysitting the line, of course, because it's being a pain in the butt. Around Wally's Place, Fairy Godmother's Place, Glade of Trust, Tiana's Restaurant outside my home. There's just like few that are actually decorated. I understand that. That sounds fun though. No contents prohibited for you. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Boop. No contents prohibited for you. Yeah, opening up the stupid section of the warehouse is way more expensive than actually buying the machines. So you are a boat. We will eventually get a sorter that will actually sort this by sort it by cargo type, so it'll send it to the location, so I don't have to sort this by hand, which will be awesome. I have a Toontown spot in Peaceful Meadow with some houses are. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I kind of had, whenever I was playing it too, I kind of had like a section for all the Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, like all that kind of stuff. So I get that. What are you? Hazelnut spread. You're fine. This package is fine. Print it. Let me see. Let me go check the line again. 45,000 years later. Oh, but we're almost done. They're almost all the way through, which is good. So then it's just sorting and stamping and doing our thing. We're actually almost to the amount of money that we need to, which is awesome. Get back on there. Get back on there. Oh, and look, this is the perfect amount to send off too. The boxes are stacking. They are right now because I can't afford, to send them out manually, but we're getting there. We're so close. That's why I'm focusing on like one line really, because I want to like, I saw a denial come through here. It's just taking its slow ballerina dance to the side. But yeah, that's why I'm focusing on one line, is I want to get to the point where stuff is just automated. And then we can kind of get the full setup going. Okay, we're all good. That's great. So now we're just gonna do these two. Both of these are content checks. Ones. Wine batteries. How dare you, sir? How dare you? I can't believe you. Shipping batteries? Don't you know how dangerous that is? Not in a million years. There we go. Okay. Last one of you. Come here. Last one of you, and then we're gonna get another pile. Hard drives. What are you? Yeah, you're just hard drives. That's fine. Hard drives are allowed. I don't know why batteries aren't allowed, but hard drives are. I guess hard drives are just electronic parts versus batteries have like potentially combustible material. So I guess it makes sense, but it's still kind of silly. Wait, we're so close. We don't have quite enough money, but we're like really close to having enough money to get the upgrade. Ah, 2 stragglers. I will hydrate. Thank you, Silver. It's been long enough. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna watch more Resi tonight. We watched one of the streamers I follow, Doro, play Resi, and then now we're watching Sayu play Resi. But I think he's like mostly done with the game. He's about to get to the little girl part. I think the orphanage part is one of my favorite parts of Resi 9, honestly. It's so fun. Garden update. Yeah, I was telling Lunch a minute ago. My garden's going okay. I think it needs a little bit of work, but I plan at the end of the month, like early May, I plan on going back to Lowe's and getting some more stuff and buying some cucumber plants. But yeah, my herbs are doing great. My poor lettuces are not doing so well, but they were kind of an experiment, frankly. I could have set them in water and had them grow roots before planting them, but I just stuck them in the ground to see what happens. But I don't think they're handling the extreme temperature fluctuations well, because like last week the low was 40 and then this week the high is like 88. So I think they're toasting a little, and I don't blame them. It's really freaking hot out here. So the big monster is Spook and Resi. Yeah. Lettuces are already hard in general. So Lunch, you're right. Like it's, was there any serious jump scares from the streamers you watch? No, but funny enough, both of them are deathly afraid of spiders. So watching them fight the spider boss was really funny. Doro had to have his like fiance fight it for him because he was too scared of this. Like he has like genuine arachnophobia. So, see, I'm such a, low-key freak because I don't like spiders. That's not me saying I like spiders. It's more that I am a animal person first, and I was going to be a veterinarian. I love dissecting things. Like I love taking them apart when they're dead, obviously, and seeing how they work. I like in school when you dissected stuff, I loved it. I had a vet class I took that we got to dissect a lot of stuff and I loved it. When I see the giant spider, my first instinct is not to be scared of it. My first instinct is like, ooh, I can see all the spider details, but big. Like spiders are normally small. You can't see their like weird clicky mandibles and stuff. So seeing a spider that large up close, being able to like visually examine all the tiny details of it, I'm fascinated. I do plan on playing Resi 9 at some point. I will probably get myself killed trying to take a good look at the spider. That is my issue with horror stuff sometimes. I don't like horror, but like supernatural horror stuff. But like when it's a monster, sometimes my brain, the naturalist in me gets activated and I'm like, ooh, how do you work? You're a harpy. So how do your legs fold? Are they plantigrade or digigrade feet? I need to know these things. I get very scientific about it. So then everyone's like, oh my God, Amy, it's just a horror movie. I'm like, but she's a harpy. I want to know how she transforms from like a regular people. Does the wings bust out of her back? Like what are we doing? What are we talking about here? What kind of harpy are we talking about? Amy's seen Black Widows in order. I've never seen Black Widows. Seen a lot of scorpions, but not big scorpions. And they were also already dead. My parents' basement would get a lot of scorpions. Just little teeny ones. We have little tiny ones here. They're not like big or scary like they are out west. And my parents just had like good pest control. So we just find them dead in the basement because the pest control killed them. So, but no, we don't have, so Georgia does have Black Widows. I've never seen any around here. I will say the one thing that Georgia is famous for is our snakes. We have more varieties of venomous snake in Georgia than any other state in the country, like more species. That doesn't mean we have more venomous snakes like as a whole, because like maybe Texas has more like numbers wise. We just have more types and they all kill you in equally horrible ways. We're snake country around here. So, oh, that's enough. Yes. La da dee, la da da, la da dee, la da da. Somebody played this and then I said, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. This is, oh, so this is another invalid submissions box. And this is a truck. So this is going to become very important later because we're going to have a truck and a train place here. So now we can get the last machine. We just have to save up for it, but we can get the last one, which we're about to donate these. So actually it'll be. How often do you see snakes? I mean, where I live, not often. I've seen a couple snakes around my apartment. I live like closer to the city right now, but whenever you get anywhere outside the city, all the time. I've seen multiple snakes at the botanical gardens over the years. We used to have a giant king snake that lived out back of our house in Noonan, where I grew up in Coweta County. And we also had a brown water snake that I thought was like scared me to death as a child because I didn't know what it was because I didn't recognize it, and it was swimming and it was really scary. We had several rat snakes living on our like the trees on our front yard, and I had to convince my parents not to kill them because rat snakes are actually good for the environment and not bad or scary or venomous at all. A lot of snakes. You see them all the time around here, basically. We're not like, Florida's worse. We're not like swimming in snakes or anything, but like, you see them fairly often. Freaks people out every time. You get very good at identifying what's good ones versus bad ones, because the good ones you want to leave alone, because they help the environment and stuff, and they eat like mosquitoes and mice and pests and things like that, so. Not all snakes are bad snakes. Actually, very few of them are bad for you, but our worst snake that we have in Georgia is called the coral snake. If you've ever heard the whole like red on yellow kill a fellow, red on black venom lack thing, that is because for coral snakes, they are a snake we have here that's a funky little fellow that's tiny. Coral snakes are very small. They're striped red and yellow and black, and they are the only snake in Georgia that has a neurotoxin that if you have the pleasure of being bitten by one, it shuts down all of your organs in 15 minutes. Normal snake venom, like, does like necrotic stuff on your body, and so it like kills the cells in your body, and that's why it's bad and it hurts you. Coral snake venom goes into your nerves and your bones and shuts down your heart. So if you don't get that anti-venom in 15 minutes, you're a dead man. So you stay very away from those. It doesn't help they're very small and they like to hide in the forest shrubbery floor. So yeah. Fun stuff, right? Can you tell that I went to a lot of nature lectures as a child? But don't worry, we won't have those anymore because Trump has literally fired every forest department in the state, or like in the country. We have no more forest rangers because Trump laid all of them off, and we have no more National Forest Service anymore, and they're going to sell it all to make factories like this one. So, yeah. That will definitely not impact anything in our near future. This away. Wait. Yes, that's the right side. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all of them. Miss Amy got that snake encyclopedia. Can you tell I spent a lot of time as a child going to lectures and stuff on cool animals? No? Pick up. There we go. I kind of love that stuff. I think it's super neat. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We are officially assembled. This is a fully assembled, fully operational line. That's it. We don't need to expand anything else until we're ready to. Yeah, this is fully, so it's not 100% automated yet. It will check everything. So I no longer have to check anything. I just still have to stamp everything myself, but that is phase 2. Phase 2 is acquiring a stamping machine. We're actually, so the next thing we're saving up for $3,000 and we're going to get an auto stamper for the decline button. But yeah, as of right now, this is mostly automated. I no longer have to check anything anymore myself. I don't have to like look at the stamps or open any packages or anything. It's all just done for me. So we're gonna go to bed and we're gonna do another round. And it'll be great. I still have to sort everything myself and everything, like, you know, like by like, where's it going and stuff, but that's the next step we're working on. So we have all the machines officially. We'll have to buy more machines for each like individual line eventually, obviously, but like for now we have all the machines. And then now we have to figure out how we're reworking the line. But what's Miss Amy's weekend looking like, Buffalo? I haven't decided what I'm eating yet for the weekend. I must confess I'm not there yet. I've had a bit of a week and it's not over. So, but this weekend is actually Kaylin's birthday. It's Saturday. Everybody say happy birthday, Kaylin. She's going to see her parents. They're coming here, and they're gonna eat out on Saturday, and then I'm going to flip my mattress pad on my bed, which is going to be a multi-hour, very painful and exhausting process. So don't worry about it. But once I do that, I have some house tours on Saturday. And then Saturday evening, we are doing a pizza party, because that's what she wanted to do for her birthday. And we're going to watch Devil Wears Prada, because I've never seen it. I think she's seen it like once a long time ago. I've never seen it. So, fun. As she and I both have been, you know, learning about our adulthood interests and realizing that we are different people than our parents allowed us to be growing up, she's realized she's really into fashion. And so, or she wants to really get into fashion. So, we're watching Devil Wears Prada because that is about fashion. So, you know. Cauliflower pizza? No, actually, she did get some wheat pizzas. We got this really good white pizza that has like, oh my gosh, it's like got like 5 different kinds of cheese on it. It looks delectable, frankly. So we got this amazing white pizza that we're gonna be having. That was right one, yes, yeah. And then a flatbread that she got that looks really good too. Oh no train today, just truck. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do something wild. The trains are going over here and the trucks are gonna go over there. Eventually there will also be another train door. We're just not there yet, but there will eventually be another train door. So that's gonna be fun, basically. Doing some mental math. No, I guess I'll just keep messing with this manually for now. Like, do I want to have to keep sitting here babysitting this, or should I just, but I'm like, no, babysitting it is better than not, I think, right now. So watching some fashion design in a minute. You know, I actually genuinely am over here. I can't think of any anime related to fashion, like in particular. I'm sure it exists. I just, I can't think of any off the top of my head that's like specifically about fashion. I can't think of any. I'm sure it exists, like I said, but I just can't. I can't conceptualize any of it. Or I don't know any if it's like about a fashion specifically. But okay, no boat today either. So it's just, is it just truck? Oh, ay caramba. It's just truck. Woo! This is gonna be great. Okay, so this is essentially, except for all the stuff I have to do with it, at least it's fully automated and at least it's sorting everything for me. I don't have to sort everything myself. We're working on getting a decline stamper so I don't have to stamp the declines myself. And then all I have to do is stamp the approves and then sort them where they need to go. So phase 1 auto stamper for the decline, we need $3,000 for that. But we should actually get that pretty quickly, I think. And then phase 2 is to get like the auto approval stamper. And then actually phase 2 is to figure out, there's like an automatic, there's like a pre-approved and pre-declined thing you can get. We'll have to rework the line for that, which is gonna be a mess. But then once we do that, we can get an auto stamper and then have it sort it out to where it needs to go, which will be crazy. Smile down the runway. Oh, I think I did. I think I have heard about that one. That one was like a while ago, wasn't it? Okay, that one is pre, oh my God. Sorry, I'm whipping around way too fast. That is pre-denied. You're pre-denied. I also have like all these upgrades I could do about like making it go faster and stuff, but I am not bothered with that right now. I'm more focused on getting the automation operational, and then we can, okay, so truck approvals are going over here because they're going down that, and that is a truck one, right? Let me check. Yes, that's the truck one. Okay. 2020. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I knew that one was a bit ago. You are a train approval. Boop. 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 Man, there's so many declines. They're all getting backed up. That's amazing. Okay, none over here so far. So everything coming off the end of the line over there is all completely safe. We can just stamp that it's good and it can just go, which is awesome. Oh, you're pre-denied. There you go. Here we go. Denial. Denial. Now we have so much anime to watch. We have not started Witch Hat Atelier. Some people are calling it Atelier, and I don't know if that's like, maybe that's the French pronunciation of it. I don't know. But we have not started Witch Hat yet. I'm very excited too, though. We just haven't. I'm trying to dedicate. We'll probably watch that over the weekend, frankly, as well. Trying to just, we like to watch it in batches. I'm not the kind of person that likes to watch one episode of anime at a time. I feel like I get like lost when I just like watch one episode of a TV show a week. I like every week I'm like, what the heck happened? I don't remember. When I watch 2 episodes, I think that's enough like information for my brain to register that something happened. I'm like, oh, I remember what happened. Like, so, but there's 2 episodes out now, dubbed, thank goodness. But let me give it train. We just have to, get around to watching it. So Miss Amy watches anime. You know, surprisingly enough, what was my gory recounting of the end of Isekai Office Worker last week not enough for you? There we go. Boop. That's not anime, that's trash. You know, no, you don't have to apologize. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't, why would you say something so I was gonna say, why would you say something so controversial and yet so brave? That's not even controversial. That's just a factual statement. There's not even any controversy in that. That's just truth. Frankly. Like, but it's all that trash. I was gonna say it's that trash that we love. It still will never beat the true trash anime, which is Brothers Conflict. No anime will ever beat true trash, which is Brothers Conflict. That is still my holy grail trash anime to this day. Can never top it. That's just Brothers Conflict supremacy. Someday when I have time and I'm not screaming 24/7, we will have like a Discord watch party of that because, yes. I need those of you who have not seen Brothers Conflict to see it immediately. I feel like Brothers Conflict is the test that I give to all of my friends. If you're going to be my friend, you have to watch Brothers Conflict with me. It is like a requirement. I learned so much about people when they watch Brothers Conflict. It is the true test of a person's soul, actually. Also, if you're attracted to men, I also have to ask you which boy you're the most attracted to, because that is also a true test of someone's personality and taste in men, is which boy in Brothers Conflict is the hottest to you personally. Very personal question, but Brothers Conflict is truly an anime for the ages. You are boat. Okay. Oh my god. This is still so much work for something that's supposed to be low-key automated. Woo! Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're trekking. We're so close to that, like, $3,000, I think it is. Yes, $3,000. I think we should be able to get it with the next package submission. You were I'm also sorting out the pre-approved by hands, which kind of sucks. I need to, like, do better about that. I guess I shouldn't. I don't really have to sit there and carry them over like that. I can just, like, leave them in the pile and then just... I'll just leave them in the pile. I think that'd actually make more sense now that I'm thinking about it. Do you have any other anime you're excited for this season, Silver, besides Witch Hat and stuff? I know there's, like, this anime season has a little bit for everybody, frankly, so I didn't know if there was anything else in particular that's got you excited. You gotta go. That's not a problem. Thank you for stopping by, Silver. Only 2 days till vacation for me. Oh, that's right. Sure picks a roomy pizza. I shall try to remember. I can't guarantee it, but I shall try. An attempt shall be made. Wait. I think we have the auto stamper. This anime season's a bit light for me. I'll pick something up full time. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can give you some recommendations as well, I'm sure, because I will be watching a ton of stuff. I'll let you know whether or not the FMA one, Manganka one, is worth it too, because I know you weren't sure. Oh my god, have you guys heard about the Avatar leaks? Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're making a movie of them being as adults, and it got leaked, and everyone is feral because every single one of them are hot. Every single one of them, men, women, all of them are so hot, and everyone's like, like everyone's like hyperventilating. They're like so attractive. Oh, we have it, y'all. We have it. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let me send off this last batch to have enough to get some more. I have conveyor belts. I don't know what I'm saying. Hold on. I have conveyor belts. I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay, hold on, guys. This is about to get real fun. Okay, so we need shop. We want conveyor stamper. Deny. 3,000 big ones. But yeah, there's an anime, there's an Avatar movie coming out. It will be, I think, streaming to Paramount Plus only originally, but it did get leaked. That's obviously not good for the studio and Paramount because they don't want that to get leaked and stuff. Like, that's not, leaks are not great for, like, the studio themselves, but, like, as far as everyone's very excited about the prospects of what's about to happen, everyone's very hyped. So, you know. You were an auto deny, so I'll just pop you on that bad boy line right there. Okay, so, oh god. All right, so what we're doing, we're open this up. Okay, pick up. Rotate. Okay, guys, this is about to be great. I did need a bendy. Gosh darn it, I can get one. Hold on. So what this is gonna do, this auto denies it. It put a denial sticker on there. These are all denials, right? It's that, I think that one was previously denied, but it puts denial stickers on when they don't have them. And it, once they're connected, obviously. Why are you not going through? Maybe because of the other, I think it might be because of the one underneath there. I need one more bendy, I think. Come here. Oh, we're making big progress tonight. This is huge. Having the auto denial, like having the denials go through and be auto processed will be enormous. So I guess the next thing we really should do, actually, purchase wise, is we should buy the auto ship. Although I think we can't even get the auto ship till we have warehouse level 10 anyway. So I actually might be wrong about that. But it'll just be important to monitor this because it will get backed up if I don't go through and press the button on a frequent basis. So yeah, we open this. Here we go. Boom. So now all of the packages will come through here and they will get stamped when they are incorrect, obviously. Were you auto? Yeah, it was already stamped. So the U, I think this one doesn't have a stamp, so we can watch it. Boop. Here it goes. Auto stamped, and it just goes straight to the thing and gets chucked in there. So I do not have to sit here and sort these denials out ever again. They just get auto stamped and they go straight on, which is just beautiful. It's so beautiful. We just have to keep track of like it being full and stuff, but oof. Chef's kiss, frankly. So now, hold on. I will have to end in probably just a minute. I'm sure Kaylin's getting ready for me to be done, but we just got to put these through here. And then, yeah, let me see. I think the auto, I'll put these on the line to get started sorting, but I think the auto shipping, I have to be warehouse level 10, right, to get. Actually, I might just do, that might be the next thing I save up for, frankly, because, there we go. Okay, let me see. Because these guys are all good. They're fine. Auto shipping, T for tablet. I haven't even opened the tablet today. Auto shipping, oh wait, no, it's an upgrade, right? Yeah. Upgrades. Automatic exports. Yeah, tier 10. Okay, so let me see. How much does that cost? One more of these. 3,400. I feel like that's very reasonable cost-wise. We should be, oh my god, I hit a button. We should be able to get that pretty fast, I think. Especially with the auto declines going through now like this. I think that'll be pretty easy to obtain. So, now we just pop everything through the lines as we did before. And profit. Beep, 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 beep. Boop. Boop. I think I'll send this all through and then we'll probably call it from there because it is late and I do have to eat dinner because I have 2 more days of work. I always hit to like Thursday and I'm like, what do you mean the week's not over? What do you mean I still have like 2 more days of work? Blasphemy. Blasphemy. I can't believe they make me work. Rude. What do you mean I can't just stream all day? Absolute torture, frankly. Thanks for the fun. Oh, no. Thank you for coming hanging out at lunch. I always appreciate it. You are a denial. Rude of you, actually. Okay, they're all doing good. Doing their little delicate ballerina dance over there. Why is this door open? Is it because I backed the packages up so much it thinks there's still something on the truck? That's kind of funny, actually. So all these guys, they just need to be approved. That's it. They're done. So I can just genuinely start coming over here and approving them now, I guess. Everyone's already been sorted. Yeah, so you're, I didn't even check. You're for airplane. Yeah, we'll just put all these through the line and I think we'll call it a day before it gets too terribly late. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay, yeah, so now we can just sit here and sort stuff. Incredible. Train goes up. I do have to hop over here to stick the train stuff, but we will, like I said, there will be another train opening over there, so we can just send it out this direction and we'll sort it into the individual components, which will be very nice. You're auto sorted for truck, which is good. Truck goes over here. Boop. Y'all are all good here. Excellent. Boop. You are not backed up yet, so that's good. I have to keep an eye on the line so it doesn't get, like, stuck. Truck. Hey, whoop. I honestly think by the time we end up sorting all of these and putting them through and stuff, we actually might have enough for the next warehouse upgrade, which will be good. I don't know for sure because the trains aren't running today, so that kind of sucks, but no backups here. Excellent. Truck. Boop. We're also, I know that y'all can see the piles we do. We're eventually going to get racks and stuff to store the packages for the days that, like, the train isn't running or, like, the planes don't go. You can get, like, racks to store extra packages on. So we'll be doing that, too. so that they all kind of are stored for when they're not going. Although I think it still does get massively backed up, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Boat approval. Bloop. Oh, a cat has arrived. I think she's ready. Are you ready for me to be done? I know, give me just a minute. I'm almost done, okay? I know it's late. I'm sorry. You're a good baby. Everybody say hi to Jade. She's here. Are you a good bean? I love you. You sweetie. I'm almost finished, okay? Give me just a second for me to, the stuff to go through, and then we'll be done, okay? I will get a cat cam eventually. I just don't have one right now. But it is something I would like in the future. She doesn't like sitting next to me while I stream because I think she thinks I'm loud. And I do talk very loudly while I stream, so I don't blame her. But someday when I have a better desk set up, I think she might like hanging out with me more while I stream. She mostly just hangs out upstairs and then comes downstairs when I'm streaming too long and gets hungry. So she's like, where's my food? Kaylin? Hold on. Something's popping in there. Okay. Oh my god, I got up and I'm sore. I'm old and my chair sucks. So, something was popping on the stove, so just letting her know. She listens to music while she cooks because I'm down here yapping. So, she didn't hear it, which is totally valid. I think something was like boiling over or something. Okay. You just sort this guy. I know, baby, I'm almost done. Okay. Do. All right. I just want everything to get through the machines, and then once they're all through the machines, I think, I mean, I'll be mostly sorted out by that point anyway, I think. Because, I don't want to leave something in the machines and then close the game and then have it, like, glitch or, like, not be saved when I come in next time is the thought process, so. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get that warehouse upgrade this time, but that will probably be, like, a first time, next time kind of thing. So... Give me package. You're both pre-approved, aren't you? Yes. Boop. Our little yeeted truck pile out there in the distance is kind of funny. Okay. Boop. All right. Truck. I don't hear any machines going. Are you stopped? You are stopped. Okay. Like, I need you to move. I need you to get through. Pre-approved for train. I do like the sort of smooth jazz this game has. It's kind of fun. It's like do 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 do. Okay, how many more are in here? I just see like one package, so I think we're almost done. One or two, which is great. Come here. And last one. Last one to be sorted. I do love that a lot of sim games go with smooth jazz. I think that's a good music choice because, like, you want something, like, cozy and, like, satisfying. I feel like jazz is a good choice for that, so, whoop. And then you come here. You're a train. Oh, my God. And then you come here. You're a plane. By train, plane, and boat. And then you go in there. And then you are another truck, which is good. Oh, come here. Truck. And then you go on here. And then we'll take all the trucks and we'll put them in the thing. Come here. Oh my god, was there more than... Oh my god, okay, fine. I'll come back for that one. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my god. Boop, 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 Are we stuck? Great. Come here. Boop. 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 They get kind of weird if they get like stacked in a way the game does not like. Okay, submit. I'll go grab this last one. Come here. Come here. Come here. And then boop. We have to wait for the next truck. Boop. Oh, God, can you actually get in the thing? Thank you. Boop. Boop. And boop. Perfect. I don't think this will be enough to get it, but it'll be close. Next time we'll be able to get it. For sure. Yeah. Just under. That's okay, because we needed 3,800, right? Yeah. Okay, so next time, or 3,400. Next time we play Parcel Sim, we will be able to get that final warehouse upgrade and start really getting things chugging. So, but next time we play Parcel Sim will not be next week, because next week, very exciting, we are starting Loftia, which is a game that I have been wanting to play for literally forever. I have an alpha key for it. We will be playing the Loftia beta next week. I'm very hyped. I don't actually know what to expect. They haven't told me a lot yet. They've just said that beta will be open, but I am allowed to stream it, which is very exciting. So next Wednesday, we're starting Loftia. So I will let you guys know on the stream schedule and like remind you and everything, but it'll be great. We will obviously come back to Parcel Sim. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Loftia beta runs from like, I think like April 22nd to like May 10th or something. So it's only for a few weeks. So we'll play Loftia for a couple of weeks while the beta's open, and then we'll come back to Parcel Sim once Loftia is over. So they plan on a full early access, I think, in the summer. This is just a limited time beta for them to test like the servers and make sure everything is working and give people like a first official look at the game, because I played all the alpha tests, but there was a closed beta test that's happening like really soon, but I didn't join that because I don't have time. It's happening during the weekdays and I'm like streaming and working, so I can't do that. But we'll be playing the beta when it's open, the open beta. Well, it's like a closed beta, but it's just something we can publicly stream. So I'm excited. So anyway, that is going to be all. Thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll be back on Monday. More Cult of the Lamb. I still can't believe we got Yigna. Like, I really honestly seriously can't believe we got Yigna so easily. But Yigna's part of our cult now, which is so cute. And I think next week on Cult, we're just going to be working on like, I think we're going after the bishops again, because that's a thing you can do, I guess. So we'll be going after the bishops. I'll be starting some like cult beautification stuff. We'll be playing through some of that. So that there's like some side quests and stuff I clearly haven't done yet. So we're doing cleanup in cult next week. So that'll be exciting. So I'll see you guys on Monday for that. So as always, if you miss these streams, you'd like to catch up, I do have a re-upload channel on YouTube. I'll just go to bed and wake up the next day. I'm yapping. I have a re-upload channel on YouTube for my old VODs. My current streams are on my main YouTube channel underneath the lives tab. You can go check those out. I leave those up for y'all so you can see if you want to catch up on stuff or you missed something that you want to see, that is there for you. Also, Panda already put it in the Discord. Thank you, Panda. But ! Discord in the chat if you want to join our Discord server. We yap about food, pets, art. I'll post on Friday an update to my cross stitch because I'm going so ham on it and I'm having such a good time. So like that kind of stuff. So feel free to join that if that is something that interests you. And then I do post my stream schedule every Monday. I post it on Twitch and Instagram as a story, Discord as a longer post. Good morning, Khajiit. You always must say good morning to Khajiit. It is good luck. But we play at the stream times every week. I just always let you know like what we're playing and what we're doing in the game. Ooh, just truck again? Why must you do this to me, game? What is wrong with you? Anyway, I let you like what we're doing in the game on Discord so that you can kind of like know what we're doing and everything. So anyway, big week next week. I'm looking forward to it. Bye everybody. I love you all. Bye Lunch, bye Panda, bye Silver. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Let us find someone to raid really quick. I think that was everybody, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see anybody else in chat, so totally fine. I'm sure there are lurkers. I love all of my lurkers. I just like to say bye to people who talked in chat and everything, so because I don't want you to think that I forgot you. Let's raid Siren. She's the only one up, and also I love her. Besties. Well, raid Siren. I always love to get a chance after. What is she playing? Oh, is she playing that? What is it? Oh, she's playing Once Human. Oh, that game is interesting. I've seen a lot of people play it, and it looks like a lot. So anyway, we'll raid Siren. I love you all. I will see you guys on Monday. We are raiding